Your life is nothing.
I love my life. I have so much fun every single day.
You're bagging.
I love my life. I have so much fun. Everyone hates me. I have an emptiness in my life. Oh man, there's something huge missing from my life. I need a large group of friends. All I do is sit around drinking gin all day. Ladies and gentlemen, I play mobile games. Yes, I spend money on mobile games. I love my life. I have so much fun every single day.
You're bagging.
I love my life. I have so much fun. Everyone hates me. I love my life. I have so much fun every single day.
You're bagging.
I love my life. I have so much fun. Everyone hates me.
You're still bagging for $10 donations and $20 donations to pay your electric bill, to pay your fucking rent, alright? I get it. I'd hate me too. See you, Phil. Have a good one.
It complements the flavor perfectly. And it's so weird because it's nothing like any other cuisine. It really isn't. I can't even tell you another cuisine that tastes like that, but it's so good. And what I like about Mediterranean food is usually when you get it, you get such a good variety of stuff. Like I got it came with hummus and pitas. You dip the pitas in the hummus, and that was delicious.
Robust.
Insanely flavorful chicken. It's not dry. It's freaking
Robust.
Give me this dipping sauce, garlic infused dipping sauce.
Robust.
I will tell you guys is thus.
Robust. Robust.
They came with their rice, which is the seasoned rice. The tastes again. It tastes kind of different from other cultures' rices. It has peas and carrots, but it's also got this unique seasoning in it that's really good. And then also a side salad, which was like lettuce, tomato, onion,
Robust.
insanely flavorful chicken. It's not dry. It's freaking
Robust.
Give me this dipping sauce, garlic infused dipping sauce.
Robust.
I will tell you guys is thus.
Robust. Robust. Robust.
We went and got dinner. Now, this was a double-edged sword. It's been a rough year. Why does Phil always have to mention that there's a tip skull on the stream? And why does he have to mention if it's a slow day for contributions? And why does he have to bring that up? Big ups to your dad. And a very slow day for support. Please tip me. I need tips tonight. I jump on stream. Obviously, I need tips. Pay my taxes. Pay my back taxes. Pay my utilities. Pay my mortgage. Pay my internet bill. Pay my utilities. Very slow day for support. Been 47 minutes. And only the third tip of the day. I really appreciate that. I need that way more. Pay my taxes. Pay my back taxes. Pay my utilities. Pay my mortgage. Pay my internet bill. Pay my utilities. I'm a positive guy. I focus on positivity. I tell you guys every day on my stream. I'm not a person who revels in hurting others to get over. I will put out positive, fun gameplay content for you guys, and I will continue to be successful that way. And if I fail, I fail, but at least at the end of the day, I can say, hey, it was a slow day. It's been a very slow day for support. Please tip me. I need tips tonight. I jump on stream. Obviously, I need tips. Pay my taxes. Pay my back taxes. Pay my utilities. Pay my mortgage. Pay my internet bill. Pay my utilities. Very slow day for support. Been 47 minutes. And only the third tip of the day. I really appreciate that. I need that way more. Pay my taxes. Pay my back taxes. Pay my utilities. Pay my mortgage. Pay my internet bill. Pay my utilities. Please tip me. I need tips tonight. I need to pay bills over the weekend. I appreciate those who contribute in any way, but please, if you tip me, do that rather than these super chats and membership. I need that way more, okay?
right now for the next week, I'm literally strapped for cash. The only money I'll have is tips coming in on the streams. And that, by the way, I have to raise money to pay 2 big bills next week. All my utilities are due next week. So now in the next few days, I have to raise money to pay my utilities. And then, you know, see what I mean? Like, this is how it is for me. Yet these shitheads out there want to fucking fuck with me behind the scenes, ruin all kinds of financial shit for me. Then on top of that, make stuff up to try to make me sound like a terrible person on the internet.
To make money, I have to pay Ben bills. You know, I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to
Pay my taxes, pay my back taxes. I have to pay my mortgage, pay my internet bill.
I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben bills,
Bitch.
pay Ben
Taxes,
I have to pay Ben bills.
bitch. Day to day, tips to tips, to pay bills and things. Eventually things will get better. But kind of stuck right now with how things are. That's why I'm trying to
Make money, I have to pay Ben bills. You know, I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben
taxes,
bills. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to.
if you want to sit here and you want to pretend like you're holier than thou, I'm better than those content creators, man. Because I have a job where I work 9 to 5 and I bust my ass at my job and I earn a paycheck, man. And then I come home. See, I'm not on the internet begging for money all day, man. See, I'm better than them, man. No, you're not any better. Everyone's the same. No one's better than anybody else. Get your ass out there and fucking work, bitch.
I actually admitted this last year. I'll say it again. I actually do play some mobile games. I do. All right. The ones that I play are free to play or incredibly inexpensive. Like you spend $1 here or there to make progress.
This one's for all my baby girls.
Got me that gotcha. I love it. Got me that gotcha. Begging for fucking tips and shit on street. It's WWE Champions time. I'm stupid. WWE game plays like Candy Crush. Moving gems around, breaking colored gems. I love it. Again, it's pay to win. The more money you sink into it, the more characters you can summon, the higher chance you'll get the better characters, etc., etc. All right? Got me that gotcha. I love it. Got me that gotcha. Begging for fucking tips and shit on street. Gotcha. Got me that gotcha. Thanks for the money, dummies. Supercar. That was a mobile game I played like 5-6 years ago. A lot. For about a year, I played it pretty hardcore. All right. Even at that point, that was before everything kind of fell apart with YouTube and everything. I was putting a little bit of money into it. I was playing for the top cards. I was playing the shit out of that game. Okay. After about a year, they launched what they called Season 2, which reset all the cards in the game and made all your progress essentially worthless. And I said, this game fucking sucks. What a complete waste of time that this was. All right.
Now, what does the sugar do in the sauce?
Never mind what the sugar does in the sauce, Liana. Give me a wee second, guys, sorry. I just had to fix my microphone very quickly, but I went and muted my mic while I was fixing it so you didn't hear me fumbling like a dumbass with a microphone. How is everyone today? Sorry for a slightly delayed start to proceedings, but I was literally finishing making dinner. We had mashed potatoes and chicken chasseur. Now, I know it sounds fancy, but I guess I don't know how big a thing it is in America. You know what I mean? But in the UK, you can get these different kind of mixes. You know, for like flavour. You can get it's like, I don't know. Are Americans familiar with casseroles, like chicken casserole as well? Sauce should be on there. It used to be on their Spitfire, but not anymore. But yeah, we had a chicken chasseur and mashed potatoes, and it's quite nice. Yeah. And a chicken chasseur is just some kind of wee, like Coleman's mix or something like that, you know, you kind of put in like 300 millilitres of water and you mix all the kind of wee sachet flavouring together and you pour it in a casserole dish with a chicken, you make sure it's all covered. And you throw it in the oven for an hour. It's pretty simple, but it's quite a flavourful dinner. Do I eat a lot of haggis? Not really. I do eat it sometimes, and one of my favourite meals in the world is Balmoral chicken, which is chicken which is stuffed with haggis and wrapped in bacon. So, when I do have haggis, it's usually a kind of that capacity where I have it, and it's a very delicious dinner. I would recommend Balmoral chicken to anyone. Hardcore PC beg segment possible today. Yeah, he's definitely going to talk about that kind of crap for sure. In fact, let's get a spuddy stream up. Let's see if I can find the fucking. Whoops. I closed the music. Oh no. DSP gaming. I'll eat haggis if you eat peanut butter and jelly sandwich. No thank you, I'm not a big fan of peanut butter. Jelly. It's jam. Fucking jelly. Behave yourselves. Jelly. Right, I have found Phil's stream. He is awake. He said to everyone good morning. So there you go. I ate a lot of spam today, feeling dry. That's unfortunate for you. But yeah, actually I can, let me just switch over to, actually, even before switching over, I've got a wee exclusive video for you guys. I've not actually made this public, this video. I've got it unlisted, but some of you might be aware and some of you might not be aware, but there's a certain fake detractor channel which is now off the YouTube. The fake Hate Army Watch is gone. They got copyright struck down, and I made a very short, minute long video essentially, just to enjoy that fact. But I kept it unlisted. I didn't make it public for now, but I'll show it to you guys because you guys are all special and all that shit, you know. So let me pull out a video for you guys, and you guys can enjoy a minute of me enjoying the fact that Superhound's gone. So, Fake Hate Army Watch shut down is the title of this. So, was the Jake Lasso channel taken down? Well, that's the channel it was. The Fake Hate Army Watch turned into the Jake Lasso channel. I was like, this third rebranding. Hey guys, King Jad here. Just a quick wee video for you, a little final update for now on the Fake Hate Army Watch saga. Now, before he was pretending to be Hate Army Watch, and then he denied pretending to be Hate Army Watch while his name was Hate Army Watch. And in the end, he changed it to Daily Burnell. But after that, I did my final video on it like last week or something. Since then, he changed to the Daily Burnell, and then he changed himself to Jake Lasso, which is essentially the kind of strange alias that Superhound essentially uses. But I included a link to the channel before, once upon a time ago, and if you click on that link and you go to the damn page, oh, what do you know? The account's been terminated because we received multiple third-party claims of copyright infringement regarding material that the user posted. How does it feel to be impaled by your own damn sword, Superhound? You get what you fucking reap. Now, I had nothing to do with all the copyright reports, I can tell you that hand on heart. I had nothing to do with any of that situation. But at the same time, I'm pretty happy to see it happen to someone like them. Get it right fucking up you, ya wee dick. So that's that video, yeah. It's an unlisted video, I haven't even got it public yet, you know, but it's just basically, you know, this is like the fake Hate Army Watch. It turned himself into Daily Burnell after some pressure, then turned himself into Jake Lasso. Oh, we're live on Phil's stream, but it's a bit, hang on. Oh shit, hang on. Get that shit off. What's Phil saying in his chat? I love Fable, but it's hard for me to be engaged as I sometimes deal with a lot of work meetings during the stream, says Shoggoth Unknown. And Phil's like, that's understandable. Sadly, it was the entirety of the chat that was disengaged, not even paying attention. Paying attention, not paying attention, paying attention, Phil says. Fucking English is his first language, reminder. But yeah. The restart from Multiverses is coming out on Tuesday, July 26th, and Phil says, yeah, I saw that's the open beta. Okay, so there you go. Phil's awake and interacting with his chat like a little good boy is. Oh, there's a confirmation. Phil ordered in, but it was good. So Phil had a big, massive DoorDash for his big meal out. So even though his logic, remember, his idea and logic was that they need to get out of the house because they're all also having meals in the house, so they want to go out and enjoy a nice date night. And then what happened? They stayed in the fucking house anyway, under the same roof, sitting at the same dinner table, having takeout food instead of fucking the normal food that they cook. So what was that bullshit about trying to get the fucking house for a date night? They fucking went off on one of that poor fucking guy that suggested a money saving method. And I just really makes his rant even more hypocritical. Whereas like, he was trying to really push that justification of having needing a date night, a meal out of his wife, and in the end he didn't bother having a fucking meal out of his wife. He just fucking sat in the same arse, it's the same seat at his dinner table, and just ordered a big DoorDash instead. That's what I'm saying. It makes that meltdown over the super chat even more stupid, Pixar, because he didn't end up going out at all. Obviously, they probably went out during the day, I mean, but not for his fucking date night meal, you know, oh, we need to get out of the house, and we've been cooped up in the house, eating our cooked meals for 6 days of the week, we need this for ourselves, and I need to spend time with my wife, and just, in the end of the day, they probably spent the same amount of time as usual, at least when it comes to dinner, because there was no going out for a nice meal somewhere. That's kind of rare. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't actually do that much anymore, because Phil might be embarrassed to take Cat places if she is actually the size of a fucking small planet. But yeah, that's just me being a bit toxic, I guess. We need to get Bingo sorted, guys. We need to sort the Bingo out right now. So yeah, I'm not going to have any more additions to it, you know, I'm just going to keep it as is. I know I seen there was a couple of suggestions in the chat. I'm just going to let it roll. You know, we've got plenty of suggestions anyway. And there's no guarantees that even new additions would make it to the new card. So, somebody in chat, first person I see suggests a DSP word, phrase, or action that's on the bingo card for us to find the bingo card with, if that makes sense to you. Not on the bingo card, but on the list. Twitter, dash it in there early. He is always fucking ahead of you guys because he always knows what's coming. Motherfucker's prepared. Twitter. Oh, I need to fucking generate first. So, Twitter and generate 1,000. The boggin bam pot is due lally. It's funny you mention that. Give blood, because that's what I'm saying. I'm still waiting for fucking. That's. I don't know. I want to talk about it, but I don't want to spoil it either. But I done like a song, another DSP diss track, but it's a collab, and I'm waiting for the other guy to do this half. I've done my half, and I sent it to him for him to try and work his half in, and I got the words done for him, so he needs to take back. He's not got back to me yet, you know, it's taking forever. I don't want to just keep reminding him because it sounds rude to do that, but yeah, it's a collab diss track. But I'm not sure what's happening with it basically, and I've already reminded him a few times about it, and I'd feel bad about doing that again. Anyway, let's generate some bingo cards. Right, Twitter is the word we're using, guys, and I need a number between 1 and 233.
Money, money, yeah, yeah.
Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah.
Money, money.
Outstanding. Thank you very much, Jay Kramer, for the super chat. Much appreciated. 369 is a fake number, Sticky Man. Can't do that. 232. Jesus Christ, 232. Ethan had the first like legitimate number. I'm just gonna go backwards. I mean, why would I go fucking all the way down? Oh, fuck that shit. I'm just gonna go backwards. So really, it's this is the card essentially. This is the card we're going to use, guys. So we've got React, that being said, Chair Creek, Digging in Ear, and Shocked. Twitter, Camera Point, OK, Goal, and Help. Fuck, Voted, Snort, Him Standing Up Randomly, and Patreon. Now Patreon's a new one. I'm just drinking, YouTube Lexi Story, YouTuber Jealousy was a nice teacher, it's kind of interesting. Positive, and a years ago story. And finally, $15 in tips for a pre-stream at least. Him saying wrong, comment, see what happens, and it is what it is. So, that's a pretty solid bingo card if I do say so myself. So let me just quickly say that. You'd be surprised how often he stands up, Sticky Man. A lot of times he'll just fucking randomly stand up to like, you know, he'll try and demonstrate something that's in his closet, you know, for the fucking upcoming stream of that, or he'll fucking stand up to turn on his air conditioning or fix something for on his computer. You'd be surprised how often he actually does stand up randomly during the stream, even if he needs to fucking blow his nose or something. But let me just very quickly save this bingo card first, so I'll make sure I don't lose the damn thing. Today's the 14th. I've got this bingo card here. 2KJ might make him stand up to, yeah. And thanks for reminding me that, because I'm definitely going to play that before we start the stream, because we need it. It is my favourite damn detractor tune. Which is probably, you might have guessed that because I've got it as my fucking notification sound for anyone that subs or fucking, you know, super chats or tips. It's a sub notification sound, you know. So it's my favourite wee tune. So the fact is there's a wee music video for it, it's just beautiful. And such a good one in that. So it's a fucking quality tune. It's just something, it's the beat, you know, the beat really sells. Also, it's not the most sophisticated lyrics in the world, but it's just a hell of a wonderful wee beat to it. You know, it's a great bit of music to go with such simplistic wee lyrics. And also as well, because when you watch a video, you got 2KJ busting out all the moves, looking like a real fly cat. Right, I need to set up the goddamn stream. I'll just close this. Phil's not chatted in a while. Nope, we ordered in, but it was good. Someone asked him about, hope you had a nice meal out with Cat yesterday, and Phil's just, aye, we stayed in our fucking arses inside the house as always and had DoorDash. Predictable. Absolutely predictable. The Discord is the opposite of a so someone suggested what? So AJ Gamer said that I think a few people are afraid to fully engage on here due to the pesky trolls. Discord could be an amazing solution, and Phil replies, Discord is the opposite of a solution. I don't agree with that. I'm pretty certain that you can set up a members only Discord which ties in with your YouTube, which means that if someone pays to be a member, they can get access to your Discord and talk to you that way. And obviously your fans behind the scenes could talk to you more easily there. And obviously because it's a Discord, you can probably set up some other specific kind of wee things as well, you know, like the permissions and all that shit. And I don't know, it's just funny. But what's Phil's excuse? It takes too much time to have moderators and the like make sure it doesn't get invaded or ruined, and there are literally hundreds of shitbags lined up just waiting to try and ruin something like it. As I said, you can make it so it's literally members only. If you're a member of DSP Gaming, you would be able to have access to it, which means you'd have to give Phil money essentially to get to the Discord. And if someone fucking causes shit, then they can just get rid of them and they're gone. You have to be that's what I'm saying, is there's tools in place to actually have it be set up for members only. I know this, I was looking into this before, you know, when I was contemplating members. I looked into this before myself, and I know it's a thing that Discord offers for, you know, YouTube side of things, for incorporating that. It's a tie-in kind of thing, so. It'd be like a shooting gallery. Someone would undoubtedly sign up as an ultra supporter just to see what's in there and target them for harassment. So, then everyone else suffers because somebody might troll. I mean, why should Phil ever go out his house, you know? Somebody might see him and make fun of him, and that'll just ruin his whole going out experience. So why should he ever go out then? Right, let me get the fucking bingo properly set up. I've been dilly-dallying about, mocking Phil. Right, I need Microsoft Paint. Where is Microsoft Paint? There it is. And the 14th of July, and there we go. So you should be seeing the bingo card now on screen. You do. There we go. Hey DJ Rune, I'm just reading your message now in Discord. The screen goes black, by the way, when I'm away from like the browser. So in case you're wondering why it's a black screen all of a sudden, or a grey screen, I just opened up my Discord because I've seen I had a message. It's a good idea, but I have no idea how to implement it. I'm going to have to. I'll probably send him a message. I'll send him a message later on to ask how to kind of implement that. I'm a bit clueless. You're not derailing the stream, don't worry. We've still got some time anyway, but so I'll share. DJ Dino, would you be okay if I shared your idea of chat so that the rest of chat can also see your idea? Because I think it's a good idea, but I'll just need to educate myself on implementing it. So if DJ Dino's fine with it, I will share what he said as an idea to the rest of you as well. Okay, cool. He's alright, right, fine. DJ Dino sent a wee message here, which I'm thankful for already. And he said, "Hey Jad, I thought of something for your streams. More accurately, he's borrowing piece of pieces thing. How about I implement coins/tokens and let people bet those for how many bingos there are going to be?" So it's like you got to think of some redeems as well, but they'll come up naturally. And it's a great idea, I think, but I've got no real idea how to implement that. When it comes to like this kind of thing, I'm a bit clueless, so I would need to like hit him up and get some, suggestions on how to implement that. I'm not too savvy when it comes to things like this. I'm still learning as I go. I'm right now, I'm happy with the kind of setup I got, but I'm literally just winging it as I go and just learning on the fly. Yeah, I mean, keep in mind, this would be like real money. Like, this would be like, I think the longer you're in a chat room, the more coins you get or something. I think automatically it kind of works like that way. And you can, it's a thing, so it's like, there's no real money involved in that regard. It's just, you kind of gamble shit on like fake currency in the chat or something. It's a chatbot thing. I think it is kind of like a chatbot thing, but I'll need to look into it more, and I'll ask piece of piece as well how to implement it, or even there's other guys I can ask. I could ask Anne. I could ask Forbidden Math. They've got similar kind of things on their streams, I think. So I'll certainly look into it. But it's a good suggestion, I think. So right, let's go back to. Well, let me go back to the browser so people can see what's happening. Right. Well, I just got a $10 tip straight away, so it looks like we're very close. I mean, this is the thing. No, it counts actually, it does count. Because it just needs to be over $15 in tips by the end of the podcast. So he's already, even before it started properly, he's already at $10 at least. So, yeah, that's going to help us, because when it comes to the end, when it comes to him updating his tips total for the fucking, when he's adding up all the contributions after he finishes news stories, he's going to, it'll help us. Because he's not going to ignore it, obviously, it's going to be included, so. It doesn't, technically it doesn't, but my interpretation of it was essentially that it does kind of count in the sense that Phil's total represents, what Phil's tips total shows while he's doing the podcast represents whether we've hit the goal or not. That's my interpretation of it, Dashi. So because Phil's going to include it in his tips total when he's adding to it later on, it'll count at our end for the bingo. So basically, because Phil shows it, I'll show it, essentially. I think that's a fair way to go about it, because Phil's going to add it, so we'll tick it off if and when we hit it. Now, Phil's going to start quite soon. We have time for something good. Let me just pull it up if I can. 2 seconds, guys. The begging's going to be immaculate today. Well, it's going to be interesting. Keep in mind, he's not paid until Thursday, the 21st. And as bizarre as it sounds, I'm kind of in a very similar situation to Phil. I'm skint until next week as well. My payday's the 20th. And I'm not getting YouTube pay. I don't get any money from YouTube because it works monthly. So I was under the threshold for June. Because I just started it in June, I'm under the payment threshold for Google AdSense. So the first time I'll get paid any YouTube money, essentially, from doing Super Chats and all that, will be in August. Which I do appreciate still, you know what I mean? But I'm not getting any YouTube money until August. But I'll get my normal, work, employment money next Wednesday. But yeah, until then, I'm kind of watching the pennies. chat is derailed, not interacting with King Jad. All of you ever pay attention to King Jad, get the fuck out. Yeah. Ban. Gone. Okay, actually, I'm trying to fucking find this thing to say. I wanted to play this before we start. So just a wee bingo card thing for now. Just let me find this thing. You'll know what's coming up anyway, because someone mentioned it at the start. We need some 2KJ in our life.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
Enjoy.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower? When you're showered in money. When you go outside, all of a sudden, greenbacks start falling from the sky. And you raise your face up, you're like, oh, you start dancing, you go, oh, money, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, yeah. Money, oh, money, yeah. Money, yeah. Money, oh, money, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, yeah. Money, oh, money, yeah. Money, yeah. Money, oh, money, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money.
Free.
Money, yeah. Money, oh, money, yeah. Money, yeah. Money, oh, money, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that, in an instant, fucking gone.
Gone. That's still one of my damn favourite. It's a great video as well. It's funny because I was watching the Tevin video earlier on. I looked. Pixar also animated like a video of Tevin the Criminal, 24-minute video, and it's just Phil's anger towards Tevin. Somebody asked him about some high birthday, and he just went mental. He's a criminal and all that shit. Oh, Phil's live. Fuck me. And he's been live for like a minute or so. Oh, well, whoops. Well, get ready for bingo, guys. We're slacking a wee bit. Phil's actually a bit earlier than usual. I'm surprised, but let's go.
Good morning, everybody. What is going on out there? Wow. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Level 1 Podcast. Today is Thursday, the 14th of July, 2022, and indeed, I am Darkside Phil. Today is the start of a new streaming week for me. We're actually starting up a whole new week of content, okay? In fact, this podcast, I have a lot to talk about. We have a lot of things to cover. I'm coming back from my day off yesterday, which obviously is a topic of discussion that people will want to hear. We got all kinds of stuff that happened in game news, both yesterday and some today, that I definitely would like to talk about on the show. We got some other developments in regards to myself, my content, my presence in general on the internet. Some different things I'd like to discuss today. Some topics to start up, but maybe not have a full conversation about today. I've got so much to talk about today on the podcast that I know I can't even fit it all in. Did you know last week, I don't even think I talked about my day off. I forgot. This always happens. My day back from my day off from streaming ends up being the craziest one. There's the most amount of stuff to talk about, and then I ended up always forgetting about half the stuff. So I promise you I will absolutely do my best to cover all the topics that you guys want to hear about, and maybe if some you don't want to hear about. Maybe there's some that you're very upset with me that I would talk about, but I'm gonna talk about them anyway because it's my podcast, and you know that's that's how things fly around here. All right. First of all, how are you? That's an interesting question. I just realized I'm wearing the Mega Man shirt and have the Mega Man style podcast border here today. I just realized that. That's pretty cool. Look at that. I'm coordinated today. Exciting. Speaking of shirts, I will say this up front. Thank you to the viewer and fan who donated a couple t-shirts. They had contacted me behind the scenes and said, hey, I got some gaming related shirts I'd like to maybe donate to you. They're brand new, by the way. It's not like they're pre-worn. He's like, you know, I like that you wear gaming shirts on your streams. You haven't had a new one in a while. Could I donate some? I said, yeah, go ahead. So I just got them yesterday, and I got to wash them still. But it was a couple.
Jesus fucking Christ, he can't even afford to clothe himself anymore. That's incredible. So never mind fucking feeding himself or playing games by himself, he can't even fucking clothe himself anymore without his fucking dent-headed fans providing the clothes for him. Might as well fucking invite them in so he can fuck. How does the t-shirt go on? I can't find where the neck goes through. Guys, chat, you haven't told me how to put the t-shirt on. For fuck's sake.
Interesting shirts. One of them is a Street Fighter shirt, which is cool because I like having the Street Fighter related shirts. I usually wear them when I try to play fighting games. And the other is actually a generic PlayStation shirt, just the PlayStation logo and everything, which I never had an actual like game company shirt before. You know what I mean? Like I'm a fan of PlayStation. I'm a fan of Xbox. I've got a Switch that I enjoy. I never really had anything. I always have characters or whatever. I never just had like the logo. So now, of course, because I have a PlayStation shirt, immediately I will be attacked by rabid idiots on the internet saying that I am a PlayStation fanboy, even though I pretty much split my efforts these days between PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. You know, it's kind of on purpose. It's good because, number one, I get to experience both consoles and see, you know, is there one that has a hand up on the other? In my opinion, no. They pretty much perform equally. I have a subscription to each of the subscription-based services so I can get all the games on each and get a wide variety of games every month that I can play for you guys. And I get to play with different controllers. It's interesting to have both for sure. I'm not really this console gen, it's very hard to really put your finger on which is the better console. So anyway, I'm happy for that. And thank you to the fan who did that. I have no idea if that fan wants any public credit or not. We didn't talk about it. That's why I'm not bringing up a name or anything. I don't want that person to end up getting harassed because they sent me something. So anyway, thank you to that person. All right. Getting back on topic. So we got a lot to talk about today, my friends. Shall we start at the beginning? I think that's a good place to start. Let's talk about my day off yesterday and get it out of the way. So that way we can get to more apropos topics like today's schedule, the schedule for the rest of the week, which, by the way, I will say this up front. I am here this week. Are you ready? 7 straight days.
I'm going to tell you exactly why that is. It's because he cannot afford to do anything until the Thursday because that's when he's paid. I'm going to get it right out there. I'm not surprised at all. If Phil had his day off on Wednesdays, right before payday, he would have really had to have pushed his fucking dentheads hard to fucking get, you know, the money for his day off and everything else. So yeah, Kid Flip, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Yeah, I got it corona before going on my holiday before. It's brutal. Well, to me, it wasn't too bad. It was kind of annoying, but I never suffered massively. But I know it hits people differently. So I hope you're doing well, Kid Flim, with the Rona, and hopefully you just kind of sail through it. Us Scottish are kind of made of tough stuff, you know. It takes a lot to fucking flare us.
A 7-day streaming week for me. My day off is Thursday of next week, 1 week from today. So that's a lot of streams. In particular, this was not purposefully scheduled this way. It just so happens that my work schedule and Kat's work schedule, you know, kind of trying to find a day when it aligns and a day when she can have a full day off. And it aligns with me doing stuff. And if you remember, coming up this week, we've got a double new release day on Tuesday. Stray and As Dusk Falls, both coming out on Tuesday. Interestingly enough, on these separate subscription-based services for consoles, on the PlayStation Plus Premium, you got Stray. And on Game Pass, you've got As Dusk Falls. So, that being said, all right, it was cool that it was going to be my last day off. I was going to be able to cover them before I had my day off, but admittedly, it was going to be a little weird. Oh, it's a new release day, Phil. Play the new release games. Okay, by the way, I'm off the next day. So if you watched either of those new games, you really liked them, you got to wait 2 days to see them again, right? So I can understand how that was going to affect people a little bit, maybe be a little bit, man, give me blue balls. You got me a good first taste, and now where's the rest? We got to wait, right?
I'm usually one to give Phil a benefit of doubt quite a bit these days, you know what I mean? Because it's like hard to argue otherwise, and because we don't have a lot of truth on our side, but I don't buy this at all. This kind of pig splaining he's doing right now, I'm not buying it one fucking bit. He's not minded at all in the past doing a new game and then immediately going and fucking like day off shit. This has never been an issue for him in the past. It shouldn't be an issue now. But for me, I'm sticking to the whole thing of he moved his day off to Thursday so he can actually have money for his day off, because it's the 21st on next Thursday and that's when he gets his YouTube pay. There's no other thing, so, you know, to me it makes the absolute most sense. I still think Kat is working again. I know some people don't believe Kat's working, but I think she might be. Jasper would see Jasper a lot more otherwise. So, I don't know. I'm going to go 1.25 speed, by the way, guys. We're a bit behind, so yeah, 1.25 speed from now on until we catch up.
So anyway, I'm going to be here both Tuesday and Wednesday. So that'll be good because we'll have a new release day and a second day to play the new release games before my day off. So that way there's at least several hours of each game for everyone to enjoy, okay? I'm hoping they're both good. I think there's a lot of hype for Stray right now. Really, this week I'm starting to see a lot of marketing for it. I just saw they're already selling merch for Stray. They've got a backpack that you carry your cat in, and it has a little like translucent dome and a headspace for them to pop their head out and look around while you walk around with them.
Pixar, the thing is that Phil never admitted that she was not working. The tractors were the ones that found out Kat lost her old job. Phil never admitted Kat was never working. As far as Phil's concerned, the narrative he's always given is that Kat's always been working, even though we knew she was between jobs. And she was out of work for a few months at least at the start of the year. If not now, still. Phil's never admitted, and despite all this, even if Phil's never going to admit this and he still tries to argue that, you know, Kat is still working, why the fuck is she not doing more to help out during Phil's time of need? They are married together, what's mine is yours, not a shit, you know what I mean? So arguably, the fucking bill should be a shared responsibility as well, especially if you're both fucking living under the same goddamn house. What does she contribute to the fucking mortgage? What does she contribute to the fucking shopping? What does she contribute for fucking feeding Jasper? What does she contribute for anything else, for bill-related shit, especially the household internet? Never mind the business internet, you can take care of business internet. You need the business internet for your business, which is dumb in itself, but you pay for that shit yourself. But there's also the second internet line for the house in general. Does she contribute to that? I bet you fucking know.
In your backpack, which is really cute. And then they've actually got the actual backpack that the cat wears. I don't know the name of the cat in the game, so I don't have it yet. But the backpack the cat wears in the game, okay, is actually, they're selling it to put on your own cat. Now, I'll be honest, that I don't think... Jasper hates having stuff on him. All right, Jasper's my cat. He absolutely positively hates having stuff on him. Half the time when we buy him a collar, he hates the collar and he scratches it and tries to get it off. It's tough for us to find a collar he likes and he doesn't try to scratch on. We tried getting him for Christmas one year a collar with a big like Christmassy bow tie. Oh, he would not have it. We put it on. All he wanted to do was get it off. He was rubbing, pulling. Finally, he just started getting it off. All right, we'll just take it off of him. So I get the feeling some cats, excuse me, some cats are okay with it. You know, it's like humans. Everyone has a different personality, and cats are the same. Some cats might not care. Most cats are not going to like that. So it's funny because you probably buy this expensive-ass harness for your cat that looks like the backpack from Stray, and within 10 minutes it'll be ripped off and destroyed, pissed on. However, I do like the backpack idea. That you put on a backpack, your cat goes inside, you can walk around with your cat looking out the back, looking all around, and popping his head out. Looking all around. Jasper would love that. He actually would love that. He likes stuff like that. In fact, I have a funny story to tell you about my day off. I might as well just go into it now. So, Jasper has different behaviors depending on the time of year, the weather, all kinds of things. And there's certain things that he likes and he'll do for a few months, then he'll just drop them. And there's other things that he likes for a day and he drops it. And there's other things he goes back to after a time that he really likes. Now, when I'm saying this, I mean like places around the house he likes to lay down and sleep, things he likes to play with. He might have a toy he likes for a few days and he doesn't like it anymore, but then all of a sudden he finds it months later and wants to play with it again, you see? Interestingly enough, I'm talking about carrying your cat around in a backpack. Well, recently, I'm trying to remember exactly what it was. something came to the house in a box. I can't even remember what it was, because I would say it was about like 3 weeks ago now, whatever it was. So we got a decent sized cardboard box. Now, for those of you who have cats, you probably know this. Cats love cardboard boxes. They love jumping in them, hiding in them, playing in them. It's like their little personal fort.
Sorry to fucking pause again, but if you can't remember, if it was only 3 weeks ago, and I can't remember what I ordered specifically that came in a box 3 weeks ago, to me that tells me that Phil orders a lot of shit. Or Cat, or both of them, whoever. I mean, if you're strapped for cash, whatever you don't order a lot of things in the first place because you're strapped for cash, you would remember a particular thing that would arrive in a box because you ordered it. The fact that he cannot remember at all what it was he ordered tells me that it's a fucking repeat and occurrence kind of thing. He can't remember what specific thing it was at that particular time that, for a certain box that Jasper probably took a liking to. I'm assuming the story's going to go in that direction. Where fucking Jasper likes a box. Jasper plays in box. Phil goes, oh my god, the cat's so intelligent, it plays for box.
We actually had a cardboard box from when my Hori Fighting Stick Alpha was delivered back in December of last year. It was donated by a fan. It was a Christmas present. The box for that sat in our front hallway for 3 to 4 months because he was playing with it like crazy. He loved it. Then all of a sudden he decided, like when spring hit, he didn't care about it anymore. So we got rid of it. He ignored it for a good 2-3 weeks. We got rid of it. So like I said, recently, like 3 weeks ago, something else got delivered. I can't remember exactly what it was. And he ignored the box. We had it there. We said, let's just put the box down again and see if he'll start using it. Well, no. He just thought he wasn't using it. We're like, what the hell? We'll leave it out there and just see if things change. So one night, we're getting ready to go to sleep. Kat went upstairs. She's taking a shower, getting ready to go to bed. I'm cleaning up downstairs. And usually what we do is, at night we're relaxing in the living room with Jasper, watching TV or whatever we do. And then
reminder, they didn't no quality time together, and they have to have this meal out once a week for Phil's day off for actual quality time. This does not count as quality time, apparently. In Phil's mind, according to the argument he made right before his day off, this is not quality time because he's not going out for a meal spending money for this quality time. Just want to remind people that it's time with Kat, and he rarely gets to see Kat apparently. They very rarely get to hang out together. Apart from every fucking evening as they watch TV together once they're finished doing what they're doing, like work-wise or stream-wise or whatever. Apart from all those times, during a fucking every single fucking day, they never get to fucking hang out together. For fuck's sake, Phil, he can't even keep his own lie straight as usual.
Kat goes up, takes a shower, I clean up downstairs, I wrangle Jasper in some way and get him into the bedroom, and we all go to sleep together. Sometimes, Jasper won't come up. He'll think it's time to play, and he'll think, oh, it's time to run around the house and get all excited. Like, no, this is actually the opposite, Jasper. You're supposed to be getting ready for bed now, getting calm, so we can all go to sleep together. It's not supposed to be time to run around the house. It's funny because there will be stretches where I will not need to do anything. I just walk upstairs, and Jasper will follow me nicely right into the bedroom. Close the door, done, go to sleep. There's other nights where he will absolutely refuse to go in there. He just won't want to go into to bed for whatever reason. So anyway, there was this one night, so Kat's upstairs already, showering, getting ready, and I'm cleaning up downstairs, and Jasper is full of energy. He is bouncing off the walls. He's got what they call the zoomies. Okay, when a cat gets hyper excited, they will become overstimulated and start literally running at maximum speed, bouncing off the walls. Jasper literally jumps and bounces off the walls like he's wall jumping in a video game. He jumps up sometimes and hits the light switches when he gets so excited. So he's going crazy. I said, he's going nuts. I'm gonna use the bathroom. Hopefully when I come out in like 5 minutes, he'll be more relaxed, right? So I use the bathroom. I come out of the bathroom. I look around. I don't know where he is. All of a sudden, the house is growing like silent. I'm like, where could he go? I'm looking around, and all of a sudden I look down. He's in the cardboard box. Now, this cardboard box has been sitting there for 3 weeks. He hasn't been in it once. He's just sitting in the cardboard box looking up at me with his eyes wide like this because he's got the zoomies, okay? Money, I said, well,
yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you, BlackMage66 for the super chat, and asks, why does he force Jasper to sleep in the bedroom? That's a very good question. I don't know why he tries to force that cat to do anything. You really shouldn't try and force a cat to do things, because cats are very independent creatures a lot of the times. Some of them are quite timid and all that, and some of them are quite docile, but they are still fairly independent creatures when it comes to it, and really, it's a case of, like, you just leave your door open a wee bit for the cat. Just leave it open enough for the cat to get in if it wants to fucking come in. It doesn't need to be a fucking closed door. It doesn't need to be fucking trapped in there with you. Like, from my experience of, like, when I lived with my mum and dad, when I was younger, we had cats, when I had more than one cat at a time, but we've had cats when I was growing up. and they always were quite independent creatures. They just kind of went wherever they went. They were outdoor cats as well. To be fair, Jasper's an indoor cat, and I think it's kind of normal in America for most cats to be indoor cats, especially in the cities. I guess, you know what I mean. We're able to have our cat be an outdoor cat though, so we'd let it out, and sometimes about for hours, and sometimes about just for short spells. It would come back in if it wants dinner or whatever. It would sleep in as well. Very rarely it would sleep outside. The cats, but it's a case of sometimes they preferred that, you know. And like, we would wake up, and if they slept outside, we'd wake up and look outside. Who was basically first up, would open the door, check the cat, and the cat would come in and have a fucking nap inside. But as I was saying, cats are very independent creatures usually, so Phil trying to force it to do his bidding, it's just fucking Phil trying to control a creature. It's because he's bigger than it, I don't know. Maybe it makes him feel like a dad. Maybe he's trying to compensate for some. I still have a feeling, right? I have a feeling. In the past, Phil kind of was not negative about the idea of having children. He didn't actually dismiss it as a horrible idea. He said no to having children before because his financial situation at that time was not great, and he was with Leanna at the time as well. No, you know, he was not such against children. But I think Kat is massively against the idea of having kids, and Phil's obviously forced to go along with it. Otherwise, I mean, if he wants kids and she doesn't, then their marriage is... What's that do for a fucking marriage? He really wants something and she doesn't want it at all. That leaves what options, what possible adoption, maybe? But who knows? That's a completely other fucking topic of discussion right there. But the point is, I think Phil does kind of secretly want a son, a proper child. And preferably a son. I don't think he'd be able to handle a daughter. I don't even think he'd know how the fuck to raise a daughter, but I think he would try and... I think he'd like a son so he can mould him in his own kind of fucking image. I have a feeling he would want a boy. But that's just my theory, you know. Cat is not up for it at all. Yeah, that's just my thinking.
Well, I guess Jasper, you're going to make it kind of convenient tonight. Watch this. And he wasn't expecting this in the least. I grabbed the
sorry, I just seen Pixar say that. Did you hear that being said? Podcast say that Phil has ED, didn't blow his load. I heard that. Hell, fucking, I was on the fucking show. I heard it. I had a wee segment myself right when the stream broke. I think I broke it. But yeah, I don't buy it. Most people seem to forget that the popular clip of Phil having an incident was not the full clip. Like, there's like the whole thing, the whole video is like, it's like 40 or it's a long video, the raw video, right, of the incident. And the popular, like the most viewed clip is a very streamlined kind of thing where it's like Phil does it and then like 2 seconds later he's like, turn the stream on. He actually stands up and cleans himself off. Not sure, you don't see anything, but he gets up and kind of like... It does actually take time. He has his wee incident thing, while he thinks the camera's off, and like it happens. He finishes doing whatever he's fucking doing, whether he actually properly finishes or not, fucking anyone's guess. But then he actually gets up and goes off camera, and I assume to clean off properly or something or whatever. But then he comes back, and then it's a case of just setting up a stream, and then he realises about the camera being on the whole time. But the popular clip has him just like doing the deed and then turning the stream on. So most people think that's how it went down. So that's why the fucking most popular question when he done that fucking dumbass interview with the quartering was, what did you do with the load? What happened to the load? Because most people seem to think that Phil didn't actually get up at all after he finished. Because of that popular clip where it is streamlined and it just cut out all the boring crap essentially. If you ever tortured yourself with a full actual clip, then you know there was actually more to it, and Phil actually did. After he apparently finished, he did actually stand up, try and, I assume, clean himself off, whatever, but there was a lot more to it than what most people are aware of, because like most people have not actually saw the whole unedited clip from that pre-stream. I mean, I fucking remember watching the goddamn thing live. That was a nightmare. Yeah, that's my thoughts on that, Pixar.
You know, the tabs of the box. I picked it up and I walked up the stairs with him in it, like a cat elevator. Like he's going up the stairs with me as I walk up. And I brought the box into the bedroom and plopped it down. And he's looking like, what the? And I was like, yeah, hey man, You made it easy for me tonight. Good. And then we all went to sleep that night. Of course, I'm smart. Did I leave the box in the bedroom? Hell no. If I did that, he probably would have played with the box all night. We never would have got any sleep. I tossed it into the hallway. So now, this has happened 4 times in the last week, where it's, we're getting ready for sleep, and, he's knows it's time to go upstairs. He'll act differently depending on the night. Some nights he'll have.
Okay, hang on. People are saying that he may have ED because he looks angry, frustrated doing it. Let me remind you, he looks angry and frustrated eating fucking food. He loves eating fucking food, and yet this motherfucker has an angry look with every single fucking bite. The things that bring pleasure and joy to most people, he has an angry look when he does it. We've witnessed that with him eating food, devouring food on stream, and we've also witnessed that from him having a very private, intimate moment. Some DIY pleasuring. So, no, I don't buy the ED theory. I don't. I buy the theory that he's asexual. Phil's an asexual creature, I think, or homosexual, one or the other. But he's not fucking got erectile dysfunction or anything. No thanks. He's no. Hey, Dylan's tricky. How you doing?
More energy. Some nights he won't. So last night he kind of threw me for a loop. Again, it's the same routine. And I get up off the couch and I'm like, okay, it's time to get cleaned up and get ready to go upstairs. He goes to the corner of the living room under a coffee table we have, and he won't move. He's just staring at me like this. I was like, well, Jasper, I know when you're like that, if I try to walk over and grab you, you're going to run. You think it's time to play. I'm just going to leave you alone. So I go use the bathroom. I come out. He's in the box again. He's been doing this every day now. So every day he just goes in the box. Like, oh, is it time to go upstairs now? Is it time for the cat elevator ride? He loves it. So I pick up the box. We walk up the stairs together, cat in a box. And that's how I get him in the bedroom. So cats actually like it. A lot of cats like it if you move them around the house in various ways. He likes it if I hold him nicely, because there's different ways you can hold a cat. As long as you're fully supporting a cat's like back and rear end when you hold them, they will let you hold them for a long time. But they want to feel comfortable. A lot of people don't know how to handle a cat, and they try to handle it from the middle, like the stomach. No, that's the wrong way to handle a cat. You got to handle it from underneath, so it feels support. So as long as he's feeling safe, he's okay with me moving him around the house. And that's what I mean. Like if you get this stray backpack, and you have a cat that's okay with being moved around and is curious when they get moved around, the cat might love it. Like if I got that backpack, no exaggeration, he'd probably love it. I put him in a backpack, walk around the house, he'd probably be like all excited, looking through the window, looking all around, like, oh, this is cool, get transported all over the place. Now, when I take him outside the house, no. He's not an outdoor cat. He doesn't want to leave the house. He's afraid of leaving the house. When we take him to the vet, he freaks out. He cries all the way to and back from the vet. He hates it. He wants to stay home. Anyway, it's a little bit of a cat story today, so there you go. All right. So, yesterday was my day off. What did I do yesterday? A lot of errands, again. As I've been telling you guys, financially, I've been strapped recently, for various reasons. And this last week, I was incredibly tight on funds. I had 2 giant bills to pay, which I did. Thank you very much, everyone who supported my content this last week and allowed me to pay my stuff. And then basically it was kind of like last minute trying to raise funds to have a day off so that I could go grocery shopping, get supplies for Jasper, which he needed this week, do other various things out and about, and then have a meal with my wife. So thank you to those who supported my content in the last week directly. I swear to you, every single dollar of your tips that you tipped on my streams went to the day off yesterday, and we really, really appreciated it because we had a pretty darn good day off, okay? So, I mean, we did a bunch of stuff. One of the things that we did is after I'd run all of the errands for the...
I just cannot let that one go. He actually got quite a good amount of support, and he doesn't think to himself that maybe he should save some fucking money in case the next few streams are fucking slow. That's not normal thinking. This is what I'm saying. Phil has never and will never ever learn his lessons about money. This is why this motherfucker had to go bankrupt. This is why this motherfucker begs every fucking day. This is exactly why he is always going to be stuck at level 1 in life. Every single dollar he will ever get in life, he thinks it's his mission to spend that until he's at 0. This guy could get $1,000 tonight. Tomorrow he would need more. This is so irresponsible. And this is the thing, his own fans might think this is the way that people should, live. This is a horrible example to be setting to people financially. I'm not saying don't fucking spend any money. No. If you've got some money to spend, by all means, spend some of it. But if you're financially strapped, and especially if you're fucking asking for help constantly, then maybe it'd be a smarter idea to still be quite modest with the money and save some of that for an actual rainy day. And I don't just mean when it fucking wet rain fucking falls from the sky. No. just in case tomorrow's slow, just in case the next day's slow, just have a wee bit of money there if you need it for any emergency groceries or whatever shit, you know, just, it's unbelievable. It really is unbelievable. The fucking lack of forward thinking from this fucking idiot.
The day, I actually came home and Kat had decided that she was going to get PlayStation Plus Premium for 1 month and try it out, much like how I tried it out and I saw all the features and I was like, oh, look at all these games, the streamable PS3 stuff. So she decided she wanted to try it for a month, just for a month to see if it's any good. And if it's good, she'll keep it, but if not, she'll get rid of it. You know, it's a good opportunity for anyone to see all the games on there and see if it's worth your time and your money or not. Okay. She in particular has been looking for a game to play recently because there really hasn't been that many. If you take a look at how many new releases there have been in the past few months, almost none. Now, she was really interested in playing Stray. She probably is going to try out Stray. I don't know if she's going to play the whole game, but she likes cats, obviously, just like me. And you're like, oh, I maybe want to get Stray. And I said, don't just buy Stray. Get PS Plus Premium. You'd be waiting.
Well, if you liked cats, you would have fucking got a cat when Liana wanted one. You said no to getting a cat when Liana really wanted a cat, and that's one of the reasons why she probably broke up with you. Not the main reason, probably a small reason. If you love cats so fucking much, you would have got one when Liana wanted one at the time. You said no. People have heard us here before. I think that fucking Liana dumping Phil, and in Phil's head, he thinks it's because he didn't marry her and because he didn't get the cat. So when he hooked up with Cat, what was one of the first two things he did? Got a cat and fucking married her. In Phil's mind, the two things that Liana might have dumped him for, Phil tried to set right by making sure he done it as soon as possible so Cat won't dump him like Liana did.
Wasting money buying the game.
Sorry, I'll write in a wee bit. I'll write in a wee bit, but I'll say this as well. One more thing. If that's Cat's money, if Cat's spending her own money for PlayStation Premium Plus, fair play. I don't think it's Phil. I would like to think it's not Phil spending money on Cat. I mean, Cat's got to pay for fucking something out of her own pocket, surely. It'd be fucking. I don't actually. This is the thing is, I'm more inclined to believe that Kat played Phil's PlayStation, or at least has access to the account from her own PlayStation, than her buying PlayStation Premium. I don't know. We'll see.
Really interested in playing Stray. She probably is going to try out Stray. I don't know if she's going to play the whole game, but she likes cats, obviously, just like me. And you're like, oh, I maybe want to get Stray. And I said, don't just buy Stray. Get PS Plus Premium. You'd be wasting money buying the game because it's on PS Plus Premium. So she said, that's perfect. Makes sense then. I'll get it for the month. I'll play some games on there. I'll play Stray, have a good time with it, and then decide if I want to renew it or not. It's a good value, especially this month if you're interested in Stray. So she got it. And I guess when I was out, you know, running my errands and everything, she decided to like browse all the games that were on there. And she picked one called Greedfall. Now, this is a game that was, what, 2-3 years old, something like that. I didn't play it. When it came out, I heard that it was from a studio that wasn't necessarily a big AAA studio. Some people had some interest in it. Some people asked for me to play it. And I was like, nah, I'm not really sold. I looked at some of the footage of it and everything. And I was like, nah, I'm not really sold on this game. I don't know if it's going to be good or not. So anyway, I'll just, you know, I'll just skip it, and if people really want to see me play Greedfall, I'm sure they'll give me some crap about it that I skipped it, and then I'll end up playing it. This happens all the time. If it's a game that's not a high-profile game and I'm not really sold on it, people will end up demanding it later, and then I end up playing it and it ends up being really good. Some examples of that, remember last year with Metroid Dread. I said, I'm not really sold. Metroid's going to do well on my streams. Metroidvania games typically don't, so I'm going to skip it, and then immediately everyone harassed the shit out of me, and I ended up playing it. It was great. Guardians of the Galaxy was the same deal last year. So the good news is, because of my fans and my viewers, even if I miss something, usually I'll know that I missed something good, and I'll end up going and checking it out later anyway. Okay, so I never played Greedfall. Interestingly enough, I skipped it. And then I ended up that basically, boy, Asimov, goodbye. I ended up basically never playing it because no one really asked for it. All right. So I don't know anything really about it or anything. Okay. So Kat says, I'm going to try it. So she gets it, starts playing it. And the beginning, I don't know, it's an interesting hybrid. I feel like the art style, like they were going for something very almost Bloodborne era-esque. And there's weird parts, like some of the parts look like Bloodborne, but the game plays nothing like Bloodborne. They're definitely going for an action-based RPG. It's got a ridiculous amount of RPG elements in it, way complicated systems of upgrading. There's like 14 different ways to upgrade your character. There's a crafting system. It's very much like an RPG. Party members who join you in the, you know, fighting in the streets and stuff. But then all of a sudden there's a random boss that looks just like a Bloodborne boss. You're like, what the hell is this? So anyway, it's definitely not Bloodborne. It's not on that level of production value or anything like that. She starts playing the game. It looks all right. We noticed that the lighting's kind of weird. It's one of those games where they try to go for the really realistic gamma. So, like, the lighting in some places will be really bright because it's like, oh, it's supposed to be like the sun is really strong here. And then other times you can't see shit. It's so dark. So she even upped the brightness, and now it looks washed out. So you can see it everywhere she goes, but it looks washed out. And I'm like, well, how do I fix this? There's no way. There's not even a gamma setting in the game. Wow. So anyway, she's playing it, and I shit you not, she did the whole intro, the tutorial, finally hits the streets. We start wandering around this game, and you're doing the open world exploration and the combat. The second fight she has in the game, okay, the second fight, she kills the group of enemies, and one of the enemies, inexplicably, crumbles down onto their knees when they're defeated. And instead of just falling over and dying and having loot, this enemy, their body starts to twitch and contort, and like you ever seen a horror movie with one of those Japanese ghosts where their bodies are, all their joints are popping out of place and contorting in a weird way? It's really fucking creepy and disgusting and scary. Like, that's like 1/10 of what happened. This body decided to dislocate every joint, and the body started to spin in multiple ways. So the torso starts to spin, the arms on the body start to spin, the hands on the arms are spinning, the head is spinning, the neck is spinning. It's just like, it looks like it got pulled into some kind of a gravitational vortex, but it's a toilet. But there's 10 toilets all flushing at once, sucking the body parts down in different directions and at different rates. It's the weirdest thing I've seen for a glitch yet in a video game. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this before. I've seen weird glitches in other games. I've never seen someone get sucked down 10 ghost toilets. So the body starts to do this. She turned. We're both like, what? At first, it's pure shock at what we're seeing. And then we both laugh out loud hilariously to the point where we're almost pissing our pants. It's so fucking funny. Like, what the fuck? Like, we have no idea this game's any good. I skipped it. Let's give it a shot on PlayStation Plus Premium. 5 minutes into the game, we got the most hilarious bug I've ever seen. Wow, this is a great sign of things to come, huh? Also, you can't loot the body, because if you try to loot the body, it doesn't work because the body's glitched. I was like, this is so absolutely fucking ridiculous. I've got to take a picture of it. I was like, nah, you know what? I'll take a video. So I did a quick video clip of it. And I was like, you know, should I post this up on my Instagram? Yeah, why not? So I posted it up on my Instagram. I never use my Instagram anymore. It's something I use like twice a year, okay? I posted it up on my Instagram, and then I, copy pasted it to Twitter. Weird thing. When you post up a picture to Instagram, it immediately lets you share it to Twitter. You can't share a video to Twitter. I guess Twitter's settings don't allow video sharing or something. So you have to like post to your Instagram and then manually share to Twitter, and then it puts like a link. It won't post the video. I don't know. It's really weird. But anyway, I shared it to my Twitter or whatever. Okay? And within a few minutes, it's getting hundreds of views because people are like, what the fuck is this? They're laughing their asses off just like me. It's ridiculously funny. Okay? So anyway, it was a good laugh. Everyone had a good laugh at it. Of course, the trolls on Instagram, the trolls always try to come out and comment, which is hilarious because they get banned within 10 seconds. I think on Instagram, there may be a way to make comments more strict. I'm gonna have to look into that because one of the main reasons I stopped posting on Instagram so much is because the troll said, oh, it's open season. I can't harass Phil in his video comments. Let's harass him on Instagram, which he uses twice a year. It's like the dumbest idea because you're an idiot. But maybe there's a way to make, I don't know, maybe there's a way to make the comments more strict. I have no idea. But anyway, I posted to my Twitter or whatever, and people are laughing at it, of course. They think it's hilarious. So a few hours pass, and I just go to my Twitter, and I look, and I see it's like 10 likes. It looks like no one has looked at this. I was like, I have like 25, maybe even at this point, 26,000 Twitter followers.
Was this a thing he bitched about on Twitter? Yeah, I actually seen a wee bit of this. He was actually bitching about like the people being afraid to speak up and support a Phil in case the trolls find out. Not sure. He was actually complaining about not getting enough Twitter engagement. Really? Why do I feel like this is about trying to get the Twitter feature of getting money through Twitter? Is this a thing where if Phil gets enough engagement, he might be eligible for like Twitter contributions? Like you can actually contribute money to people directly through Twitter. So this might be a thing where Phil's really trying to push that now, so he can add one more source of revenue, as well as Patreon, as well as tipping, as well as super chats. It's unbelievable. Thank the Lord I don't have a TikTok. Don't fucking don't tempt him. Malon Kelp, even, sorry. If he put a hashtag on his tweet so he could extend his reach, would he need a blue tick as well? He's got a blue tick. Yeah, the way I'm thinking his bitterness is simply because he wants some of that Twitter money, essentially, for people that are eligible for it. He thinks he could be eligible for it.
All right. Now, certainly I don't use Twitter as much as other people. I use it mostly for business purposes. It's mostly me posting up schedule or something about games that's going to be a news story for the podcast the next day. I'm very rarely posting up a lot of personal stuff on my Twitter.
Prophet says Twitter changed the terms of services last week, not allowing begging or deceiving posts asking for money. Oh, Phil's going to get banned then, surely. Surely every beg tweet where it's like, please swing by, I really need your help, is going to be a sign of him desperately begging, and Twitter's going to say no to that. I mean, you think that would fall into that category of going against the terms of service? If he's begging people on Twitter to swing by YouTube and contribute to him, that is a begging post and would put his Twitter at risk, you'd imagine. Yeah, it has to. That's definitely a begging post.
So I get that I don't have the most active follower base on Twitter. But I also know that with 26,000 followers, when I post up, it gets good legs, as they say. My tweets can get some pretty good viewership and everything, okay? So I look at it and I'm like, I'm just curious. It's been a few hours. I wonder how many people actually saw this tweet in I think it was 3 hours. You might not know this, but on Twitter, there's an actual little icon you can click if you're the poster. You can't see it on other people's posts. You can only apparently see it on your own posts, okay? So I looked at it and I click on it and here's analytics basically for a tweet. It says the tweet has between 2,500 and 3,000 impressions, which ideally means views on Twitter. 3,000 people have seen this tweet, okay? 10 likes for a hilarious glitch. Now, if you go over to Instagram, it's completely different. It's got thousands of views. People are talking hilariously about it, enjoying it. On my Twitter, it's no one's interacting with this thing. And I'm just curious why. And then I realized something. I'm like, I know what's going on here, okay? Years ago, I used to have everything open. I did. My comments on my videos, my forums, my chat on my streams, my comments on my Twitter, my comments on my Instagram. Everything was open season for Darkside Phil. And as I've told you guys, but even particularly in my Down the Rabbit Hole React video, what I explained to you was that over the years, people made This Is How You Don't Play videos virally memeable and popular on YouTube. Essentially what people would try to do, all right, is take any given video of mine, literally not even watch the video, but leave the absolute nastiest possible comments on said video. It could be something disgustingly racist. It could be something sexualized and really nasty towards myself or a family member. It could be something personal.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
God damn it, I was muted the whole goddamn time, sorry guys. I mean, thank you for the shouts I've muted you. Damn. Yeah, I was muted. I'm a dumbass. Right. Do we have a bingo yet? Somebody said do we have bingo? And I want to know why would we have bingo? Did they say react? That would be the only way we have a bingo, isn't it? Or yeah, that's pretty much the only way we can get a bingo right now. If he said react. I don't think he said that. Is literally on the card list. Not yet, Roachbait, but it could be in future. He said react event, did he? Well, I'll tell you, I'll rewind a bit, right? We'll listen out for it.
Thousands of views, people are talking hilariously about it, enjoying it. On my Twitter, it's no one's interacting with this thing, and I'm just curious why. And then I realized something. I'm like, I know what's going on here, okay? Years ago, I used to have everything open. I did. My comments on my videos, my forums, my chat on my streams, my comments on my Twitter, my comments on my Instagram. Everything was open season for Darkside Phil. And
by the way, did I read the super chat out? I can't even mind if I did because I may have been muted. Yeah. I may have been muted when I was reading the super chat out. Sorry, Black Mage. But yeah, thank you very much for the super chat. He said, I've had a rockstar, I'm still falling asleep. Join the club. Yeah, we're all there. All you've done is make your heart's going faster, but your brain's still falling asleep, essentially. That's just the way that goes. We're all falling asleep.
As I've told you guys, but even particularly in my Down the Rabbit Hole React video, what I explained to you was...
Yeah, it's a bingo. It's a great spot, but I'm Mr. Differently Abled. He said React video as well, so I'm glad we got told about that. Appreciate it very much.
That over the years, people made This Is How You Don't Play videos virally memeable and popular on YouTube. Essentially what people would try to do, all right, is take any given video of mine, literally not even watch the video, but leave the absolute nastiest possible comments on said video. It could be something disgustingly racist. It could be something sexualized and really nasty towards myself or a family member. It could be something personal insult. Just think, what's the most vile thing you can say about a person? I don't know, they're a pedophile, a rapist, a murderer, a thief, a scammer. You know, what's the nastiest, most degrading, defamatory thing you can say? So what ended up happening was they made it a competition in the comments of my videos to say the nastiest thing. Why? Because they knew people make "this is how you don't play" videos. And what people started to do in these videos is highlight the comment section. And they would even have entire sections of these "this is how you don't play" videos saying, now let's see the worst comments on the video. And they would highlight. So people got into a contest of who could say the nastiest thing. Well, at one point, all right, I basically made it so that there's no comments on YouTube anymore because my fans reached out to me, my real fans, not these shitbags, but these real fans said, listen, we love your content, but I can't continue to watch your stuff if every time I go to your video and I just happen to click on the comments, it's a line of just in the most vile things I've ever seen. Can you moderate it? No, I can't moderate it. I can't just sit there and moderate the comments of hundreds of idiots every day. I have a life. This is my job. You know, I don't have money to hire people to moderate my comments. So people actually just asked me, they said, turn them off. So I did. I did for many, many years. My comments were off on my videos. It wasn't until last fall that I turned them on because I found out that in the years that my comments had been disabled, YouTube had decided to institute protections against things like that. I was like, hallelujah. They finally fucking listen to people, I guess. So now people can't just post whatever they want on my videos anymore. I have some things that auto post. There's a lot of things that get auto flagged. Some of them are auto bans. If you type something nasty enough, you're just banned completely. You can never even speak again. But then there's things that I review, and a lot of the comments I review and approve and have a conversation with my viewers. It's nice since the fall. My comments have been opened again, and there's discussion on my videos again. A lot of people aren't even aware of this because I don't talk about it a lot. But it's definitely you know, a situation where people like this again. They like the fact that we can have community and discussion around games and Phil's content again for the first time in many, many years. Okay. So anyway, the reason I bring that up is when all that negativity was happening on my YouTube videos is that this is how you don't play hate contest, basically. People decided, well, we could do that everywhere. Let's also do it on Phil's Instagram comments, on his Twitter comments. And it got so bad that let's say I would make a Twitter post. Okay. Literally, it didn't even matter what I posted about. I could just post the letter P, just a P. All right, means absolutely nothing. I just post a letter. And as a case study, you would just look at the comments and it would be like, haha, fuck you, P. P stands for piece of shit. P is for penis, so you got a small one. What the fuck? These people are nuts. These people just are the biggest loser nuts, or they're mentally ill, or both. Who knows? But who acts like that? I just got fucking P, the letter P, and this is how they react. I did tests like this and it happened. So eventually what I did was I made it so that...
No. He's not getting away with that one. I did tests like this. No. Yeah, you were extremely drunk at it. You also took a picture randomly, like looked like your dusty cabinet, like side cabinet or something, in the living room, and it was like Pa or something. No, he was severely off the rails at that point, and he's calling it a test. No, you don't get away with that one, Phil. Just call it your depression and move on.
It was more safe on my Twitter, and here's what I mean by that. People were actually like, anyone who tried to actually have a conversation with me on Twitter was completely wasting their time, and here's why. When I posted up, it was so many nasty things that made no fucking sense. They were just stupid, brainless shit. But let's say an intelligent person would try to talk with me on Twitter. Then all of a sudden, because they tried that, all the shitbags would go after them and start responding to their tweet, and then go on their Twitter profile and start posting nasty things and tweeting to them nasty stuff, and basically harassing them online. All right? Now, no one deserves to be harassed online simply because they interacted with me on Twitter. It's ridiculous. Okay? So last year, actually, I don't even remember exactly when I did this because it was a while ago. I set up my Twitter a little differently. There's these ways that you can set things in place. So number one thing that I did is I set it up so that the only way you can directly respond to anything I do on Twitter is if I'm following you. All right? You can still like a post. You can still retweet a post. You can quote tweet a post. But you can't directly respond to a post on my Twitter unless I'm following you. So this is good because it means every time I post something, I don't immediately get 100 disgusting, nasty comments from brain-numbed morons. Okay? I can actually like say something on my Twitter and not have this insane, toxic echo chamber come back at me and scream at me with the most vile things you can imagine. All right? But at the same time, yeah, that means that there's not a lot of discourse back and forth on Twitter besides me and just a small handful of people. Okay? So in that regard, yeah, it's kind of a double-edged sword. You shut yourself down from the hate and the harassment online, but at the same time, you kind of stifle open conversation, right? But anyway, the thing was, before I did that on my Twitter, people had basically given up on interacting with me in any kind of a positive way. And what I mean is, I would post up anything, and I would get no likes, no retweets, or very few, so few. And it's like, wait a minute, Phil has how many followers, right? And we know, and the thing is, idiots will say things like, well, the vast majority of people who follow him on Twitter are haters, all right? First of all, I don't believe that. I think the vast majority of people who follow me on Twitter are bots. Twitter is just rife with fucking bots. I know there's so many fake accounts and bullshit on there. It's ridiculous. And are the people who follow me just for ironic purposes or comedy purposes because they think they're going to see something happen on there, which never does, but they think something's going to happen on there, it'll be funny? Yeah, absolutely. But I also have a fan base of people who like my content, okay? Why else would I have a successful stream Right now, thank you guys. Wow, over 360 and growing people on this podcast. Thank you. Live.
Well, if you're actually aware of which fans like you, why don't you follow them on Twitter? Because you know they like you. It means that your fans on Twitter that you know are them will be able to interact with you more on Twitter. Do them a favour, Phil. They want to reach out to you on Twitter, and you're denying them that privilege, that right. And you won't do Discord either for members, because you're just too scared of it.
And of course, in general, I get between anywhere from 500 to 1,000 views in one day on my podcast when it uploads to the channel. And you know, so I mean, I have people who follow me. At the very least, you can't even argue I don't have at least 1,000 real fans out there. Probably more, but I have at least 1,000 real fans. So like, then why is it every time you post up, you get 10 likes? Because people don't want to be harassed.
1,000 real fans, yet only has 525 members, several of which were gifted and aren't really an accurate number. 1,000 real fans. Reminder as well, this man has 199,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's right, he's moved up now. He has officially 199,000 subscribers on YouTube. He is 1,000 of those real fans away from hitting the 200,000 subscriber goal. It's going to happen this year, guys, accept it. He didn't get it for his birthday, and he was all broken hearted about it. And I anticipated he would not get it in time for his birthday, and I'm glad I called that right, because it meant he's all a wee bit sad, not sure about aye. He's going to get 200,000 fans by the end of the year. There's just no two ways about it. Also, most of them are fucking dead accounts, not shit, you know, and barely any watches, but that's just the way. When he hits a 200k goal on subs, he's going to... You can imagine the week-long celebration he's going to have, and the fucking retrospectives, not shit he'll have lined up.
They don't. They don't want to say, oh, Phil posted up on Twitter today, I like his post, and now some shitbag comes and harasses me on the internet. And I get that, all right? But here's the deal. But by not saying anything, or just kind of pretending like there's no problem and ignoring it, it will never get better. And in particular, you know, the reason that basically my Twitter is like that is directly because of these idiots, right? And here's the thing, like, I really hate... All right, let me give you an example of something I don't want to do. Someone who I'm very critical of. His name is Mr. Neil Druckmann. Okay, 2 years ago, he released The Last of Us 2, which was getting a lot of hate at the time because he decided to kill off the main character of his franchise in the game right away, changed the whole idea of the plot of what the game was going to be. It was a bait and switch. He basically lied to people for months to try to promote the game, and then when it came out with something completely different, what he tried to do was spin all the negativity towards him, the legit negativity. I'm not talking about assholes who were like, oh, your main character's a lesbian, that's horrible. Oh, you have a protagonist who's a manly-looking woman, that's horrible. I don't care about that shit. That's never been valid criticism. I'm talking about people...
He doesn't care about that shit, he freaks out any time it happens. If he doesn't care about that shit, then why the fuck does he freak out when he sees it in the game? You don't need to add Neil Druckmann to the bingo cards. He does seem to mention a whole fucking lot, but any time he sees that kind of shit in the game, he certainly freaks the fuck out. He might keep that fucking voice... He'll want to speak out. He won't say it on Twitter. He won't say it to Neil Druckmann as a criticism, but he can definitely tell by his reaction to it when he sees it actually happen. He thinks it's extremely valid criticism. In his head, he thinks it's a criticism. He's too scared to admit it publicly, properly. But hey, his reaction gives it away and tells you everything. He thinks it's a very valid criticism, and he immediately goes to it. It's funny how that is immediately in his mind. And he's claiming it's not a valid criticism. This is the guy who freaks out about those kind of scenes every time they happen in a game. I'm not... There's so much fucking... He's trying to rewrite... He's not talking about DSP here. Who's he talking about? I love how DSP's got this idea of who he is. Who he thinks he is anyway. And then, like, the rest of the world can see, no, that's not you. And they fucking try and tell him who he is. And he's like, no, that's not me. That can't be me. I love everyone, and I'm very nice. You know, it's like, no, you're not, Phil. You're a toxic piece of shit who hates on everyone, it shits on everyone. It's very rarely got any redeeming things to say about anyone or anything, and you're known as basically a toxic, idiotic piece of shit. That's just your fucking legacy right there. That and you fucking wanked on stream one time.
Who would come at this guy and be like, oh, well, you killed your main character who everyone loved. You lied to us for months with an ad campaign showing him in all the ads he's not in it. By the way, the writing of the game is absolutely fucking terrible. It's like your game is a torture porn. Like, what made you think this was a good idea? We loved the first game, and this game, you've ruined it for us. This is a franchise people love near and dear to their hearts, and now we can't play it because we hate it. And he ignored all that and categorized all those people as haters. He literally went out on the internet and said things like, listen.
Remind you of anyone, Phil? Does that remind you of anyone, you fucking hypocrite?
This is like the best game ever. Don't listen to the haters. Stick it to the haters. You want to stick it to the haters? Buy the game. Spread the word about the game. Rate the game highly. Vote for it in all the Game of the Year awards competitions.
A lot of times when his fans are really supportive, they will sometimes say, stick it to the haters by giving Phil money. It's the exact same fucking narrative, it's the exact same goddamn thing. Why can Phil be so fucking blind to not see that it's fucking mirroring him? What Druckmann did here, maybe is that why Phil feels fucking threatened by Druckmann doing it? Druckmann done the DSP defense. Fucking Druckmann pulled a page out of DSP's book and said, oh, this is how DSP manages to fucking get round this, but let's put a DSP here and put our dicks away, first of all, not that kind of DSP, but let's do a DSP here and call everyone haters and then try and get our fans to encourage us, you know, buy the game even more, just to fucking defy those people criticising the game. Amazing that he just hasn't content to mention it. No, every time he mentions it, he just has to tell the whole story again from the start. Yeah, boy says Metal Gear Solid 2 did the same thing. Not kinda, but not really. Like, Snake didn't die. Like, you know, Solid Snake didn't die. They had a second, like, playable character, essentially. In Knight Raiden. But Metal Gear Solid 2 was not... They didn't kill off the main character. The main character is still the main character. Paul was asking if we were in Meltdown mode. I said we're officially in Big on Zero mode. Yeah, it's crazy. I know we should play. We are behind by 18 minutes. Fuck me.
Make sure this is the best game of the year, because it is, so stick it to the haters. I've been always the kind of person where, listen, absolutely, the people who hate on me they're out of their fucking minds, okay? And we all can agree on that. Anyone who has a rational brain, who has seen it, even from an outside perspective, people who don't know who I am, all right? All of a sudden you hear about the hate and shit get thrown against me, and then they look at like, what the fuck is wrong with these idiots? Yeah. But anyway.
Right, so we're playing bingo, so are we haters? We're just having a nice casual game of bingo of things that Phil says and does. Are we haters for playing bingo? Bingo's a very, you know, it's a very nice game that old people play, you know. It's a heartwarming game, it kind of makes you feel all warm inside, the bingo. And apparently we're all fucking mentally ill because we're just playing a nice wholesome game of bingo here.
Anyway, the point here I'm making is, I could easily, any given day, say something like, hey guys, come support me in my content, because we'll stick it to the haters. And I don't want to do that, because here's why. As much as, yes, if you do support me in my content, a lot of the times it makes those people feel miserable, all right? I don't like making people feel miserable. I don't. I like making people feel better, happy, all right? I want to feel that what I put out today, this podcast, the gameplay I do, the interactions we have during these segments, is stuff that's meaningful to people, that I'm somehow helping people on the internet today in some way. Whether it's complex and resoundingly deep, or it's just a silly joke and a laugh at something that I fucked up in a game. Whatever it may be, I want to feel like I did something good for someone today. That's why I'm here. If I felt like what I was doing today was destructive and hurting people, I wouldn't do it. I couldn't live with it, okay? That's the kind of person I am. So when I say, hey man, I absolutely would love to stick it to these fuckers. Of course I would. I mean, I would be lying to you right now if I told you, yeah, when I succeed, it makes them cry a little bit into their pillows, and it makes me feel a little better about myself because to know that I succeeded against all these scumbags who are trying to make me fail every day.
You haven't succeeded at anything though, Phil. I've already explained this. You don't succeed ever. Phil, you could get $10,000 tonight. You know what happens tomorrow? It's all gone. You need money to help pay your bills. You spend money as fast as you get it. That is why you never win, Phil. That is why detractors always end up winning. Anytime you have a fucking good night, we know, as experienced detractors anyway, know that shit is gone just like that.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
That was a neat fucking trick. I snapped my fingers and somebody subbed. Wonder if I can whistle or somebody tip. Thank you very much, Wordle Reader, for a subscription. I appreciate it. I didn't realise you fucking subscribed, man. That was a hell of a good timing. Yeah, as I'm saying, no, us experienced detractors know all too well that you fucking spend your money as fast as you fucking get it, so it doesn't matter how fucking successful a night you have, you're always going to be fucking destitute a day or two later and going to be asking and begging and pleading for fans to help and step up and support. It's always the way if you Phil, because you never learn your fucking lesson of spending responsibly and being financially responsible like a normal adult human being would be. For fuck's sake, I mean, that's what I'm saying. So, The only thing to feel jealous of is his income, but you should never ever be jealous of his lifestyle, because he's got the most horrible kind of lifestyle possible. Ryder Trinden says, do I think Phil would be into the idea of having one of his haters actually engage him at debate and why he's actually hated? Fuck no, Ryder Trinden. An actual debate in real time is not what Phil can do. Phil cannot think in real time. Phil needs time to think and construct his thoughts and put forward a reason as to why he is the way he is. Why do you think he had to fucking do homework for the React videos? There is no fucking way Phil can actually debate somebody one-on-one in real time without having prepared answers. Phil cannot really think in a spot adequately to suit his own needs. There's no way Phil's capable of that. He needs to have some pre-prepared answers and homework done for the questions and that shit. He cannot think on his feet very well. Anytime Phil does try and think of things on his feet, he just ends up making it sound worse for himself. Like his little rant before his day off about somebody just says, someone giving a super chat saying, would you save more money by having a meal at home rather than eating out? And Phil had no time to construct a logical, sensible response to that. So he just basically said, look, we need that meal out. I don't get to see my wife at all. We need to spend some quality time together. Fuck you for saying I'm fucking bad with money. And he really went off in one because he had no time to construct an actual sensible comeback to that guy. So he just immediately went to his usual toxic self.
But I don't want anyone to support me or my content to stick it to the haters. I want you to support me and my content because you like me and my content. You understand? You like my streams, you like this podcast, give it a like. Contribute in any way that you can to help support it. I'm a crowdfunded individual that doesn't do ads, right? You don't see me doing paid product placements, sponsors, and advertisements. I literally make a living because of your generosity. That's something a lot different than 90% of the people out there do. And I'd like to think that people respect that. And that's why I get the level of support that I did.
You want people to respect you for having to fucking beg every single fucking day? Am I hearing that right? Instead of fucking sourcing out other avenue, revenue possibilities on your own volition and abilities and capabilities, you think people should respect you for just panhandling every day? I'll respect Phil if he managed to secure a sponsorship. Nobody, also when anyone watches fucking content, especially on YouTube, nobody fucking likes seeing a sponsor. Most people fucking gloss over the goddamn sponsor. But at the same time, it doesn't mean I don't fucking dislike the content. No. They've got to fucking make their money. And if they secure a sponsorship, and if they got a good pay for that sponsorship, well done to them for securing that. I'm there for the fucking content that person provides, not the fucking sponsorship. We fucking suffer through, 90 seconds sometimes for a fucking sponsorship. And then just the rest of the fucking video is what we want to fucking see, essentially. But Phil's like, no, please respect me because I don't try and source a sponsorship. Please respect me because I do have to beg you every fucking day and rely on my fans to source my fucking financial stupid lifestyle, which is far more expensive than it should be. If Phil is genuinely crowdfunded, then the crowd will have the right to know where the money goes. Exactly, Pixar. He needs to be fucking transparent about it, man. He really does. Well, he's transparent to the point of saying, please give me our money now or I fucking won't eat.
Yeah, because I don't chill to you guys. I respect you more than that, okay? But that's the same thing. Like, imagine if I had a sponsor. Like, oh, so now buy the product of my sponsor because you want to stick it to the haters. No, I'm not that kind of person. I'm not Neil Druckmann. Sorry, I hold myself to a higher standard than that. I would never tell you guys, come to the stream and support it in any way because you make someone else miserable. Don't do that. Do the opposite. Come and support these streams and this content because you like the content and you want to see it continue to succeed. You appreciate that it's every day, it's consistent, it's fun, you like it, you like the schedule I have, you like everything about this. It's a lot different than what other people do. You want to support it.
By the way, I went on TikTok YouTuber jealousy because he's fucking also talking about other people getting sponsorships and not shit. So that's another bingo right there. And I don't know, did I actually put it all into play just in case? So because of that, we've actually got 3 times bingo. We've got a very top row from React, that being said, to Chair Creek, Digging in Ear, and Shocked. We've got the 4th row down, Drinks, YouTube Legacy Story, YouTuber Jealousy, Positive, and Years Ago Story. And we've got the middle column, Chair Creek, OK, Snort, YouTuber Jealousy, and Comment. Very strong card so far, very strong card. We're doing quite well.
Not because it made so-and-so restreamer angry and upset that I got support today, or you saw some salty, dumb kid on Kiwi Farms crying about it, which they do every fucking day. Instead, do it because you like me and my content. Please, okay? So, when I look at the Twitter situation, okay, I got like 26,000 people following me over there. By the way, I know for a fact that sometimes when I'm outside of the hate tunnel. And what I mean by that's like tunnel vision of hate on the internet, right? When everyone, there's so many people who think Dark Side Phil and hate, it's memeable to hate on Phil. But whenever I step outside of that, you ever notice that things are fine? Like, I'll give you an example. Months ago, there was the whole Oscars situation with Chris Rock getting his face slapped off by Will Smith, okay? Everyone saw it. It was huge thing, memeable stuff. And when the Oscars account posted up, right place, right time, it ended up in my feed at the time. It, like, moments after they posted, like a minute after they posted, I responded to their tweet, and my response went viral. I think it's the highest liked Twitter post I've ever done. Something like over 80,000 likes by the time that finally people stopped reading the tweet, and it was old news. So that's what I mean. Like, it's not that I'm a moron who blathers about on Twitter and posts up shit posting and nasty stuff and no one wants to follow me or interact with me there because of that. When I go out of my way to actually post something intelligent, people seem to like it, okay? I've had multiple times over the last several years where people say, oh, Phil actually had a good take. What a rarity. It's like, no, it's not a rarity. Actually, it's becoming the norm, but you just can't get the meme out of your head that I'm some kind of a mouth-drooling idiot who just acts like a jackass on the internet and you should all make fun of me constantly. Maybe you should actually listen to what I say every once in a while and you realize this is not the exception to the rule. It's just that you don't listen because you're stuck in your head up your ass with this meme that I'm some kind of a terrible person on the internet. You see? What is that meme? The meme is, oh, the worst person you know made a good point, whatever that meme is or whatever. I see that like 10 times a year now. It's like, what are you, stupid? Yeah, you are. Because it's not a rare thing anymore. You can't use that meme more than once. You understand? So anyway, what's happened is people now don't want to interact with me on Twitter. They read the tweets, by the way. I know for a fact when I post things up on Twitter, people get the message. But they don't like the post. They don't retweet the post. They don't do those things because they're afraid of harassment online. They are. They're afraid that if they do that, that then now someone's going to come and leave nasty comments on their Twitter feeds and come harass them. All right? Now,
copium. I think that's a good example of copium right there. It's like me saying, like, it was like, how many people are in my bingo right now? It's like, how many people are playing with bingo right now? It's like 20 people playing in bingo right now. That's because the 20,000 other people are terrified of joining the stream in case Phil's fanboys attack them all. I mean, heaven forbid, like, you know, plenty of their detractors as well, and turn up to this bingo, because if they turn up to this bingo, fucking Derek is going to come out and attack them along with his fucking strange little porn fetish army of fucking fellow dentheads. Is there 100 plus in the stream? Bugger me. I've never actually known the metrics for this fucking stream. I don't actually, because I'm busy fucking doing the stream, I don't actually see the fucking figures when I'm doing it, so if I've got over 100 in stream, then fuck me. Oh, that surprises me.
Now, here's the deal, all right? I'm not saying that doesn't happen. It absolutely does. I've seen it happen directly, all right? But here's the difference. I make a post, and there's 10 people who like it. That's only 10 people, and that means those 10 people now, sadly, will probably be harassed by idiots on the internet, right? But if 100 people like it, if 200 people like it, if 500 people like it, guess what happens? It doesn't matter how many idiots on the internet try to harass them. They're a drop in the bucket now, you see? Do you really think that any of the moronic things that those idiots tried to say on my Oscars tweet mattered? No, not a single person cared. They saw their dumb shit. Oh my God, Phil has a viral tweet that's positive. We got to take damage control and make him look bad. Let's post up as much negative shit as we can. Nobody cares. Because when you get to a certain level, no one gives a fuck about the insignificant little shitbags who say stupid shit on the internet about someone. They become just fucking white noise, dust in the wind. No one cares about them. You know what I'm saying? The difference here is if enough people would say, fuck those pieces of shit, we don't care that they're going to try to ruin our day on Twitter today. Like, anyone fucking cares about Twitter, right? Why does it matter? A topic that I had in my John and Howard video. Remember that? Oh my God. I still can't believe that. They actually said I was trying to hurt them by unfollowing them on Twitter. That is, I still can't get over that comment. But anyway, let's get back to the topic.
So why the fuck would you unfollow them then, you fucking moron? Oh my fucking God. This fucking guy is just... He's oblivious to his own fucking ignorance. He really is. It must be so nice living in Phil's head. Like, as soon as a negative thought comes up about him potentially being the problem, he's probably got another voice in his head that just assassinates that thought instantly in the spot and says, nah, Phil, you're the best. You're the greatest, Phil. Don't listen to that detractor thought that was in your head. You're the greatest. Now drink some more gin.
If enough people, okay, either liked or retweeted or both my content because they genuinely liked it, and that's what I'm saying. And I say the same thing here on my streams too. Please, if you're on a stream, like it because you like it. If you're watching a video, like it because you like it. Don't like it because I told you to. Don't like it because you feel like it helps me out. Like it because you like it. I want to genuinely have likes on my content because you like it. Okay? So, if you're on my Twitter, you see me tweet something, and you're like, oh, this is a useful post. This is an interesting take. This is news that I didn't know, and now Phil informed me. Please give it a like. That's how informative, important, interesting content gets noticed on the internet. Okay? No one will know about it unless someone likes it, or retweets it, or both. Okay? Now, very well, there may be some harassment involved after the fact, but the point that I'm trying to make here is I have 26,000 followers. I would like to think probably about 1,000 of them at the very least is positive people, all right? If we had as little as 100 people who liked the stuff that I posted on my Twitter, none of this would matter. No, we wouldn't even have this conversation today because the harassment wouldn't matter. They're not going to sit there and fucking go after 100, 200, 300 people. It's too much. They can't handle that. You see what I'm saying? So what ended up happening was over the years, so many people were afraid of the trolling because I had open comments on my Twitter. That I totally understand. If I make a positive comment on Phil's Twitter, now 100 scumbags are going to come on that stream or that thread and ruin it, right? Not anymore. My Twitter's locked down. They can't do that anymore. All right? You should feel free to like or retweet my content and enjoy it and share it with other people because they can't do that. They can't even respond to the tweet. Can they quote tweet it? Yeah. And then where does that show up? Only on their timelines. They do that shit all the time. I don't give a fuck. Post up your toxic shit on your own fucking Twitter. Keep it off of mine. That's the whole point of restricting the comments on my Twitter is that they can be toxic where they want to be in their own circles. Let them be, but don't let them ruin me and my content. It's the same premise as the YouTube comment. I've reopened them, but it's not open season to be toxic again. I've now got it under control where people can have positive and fun conversation on that content, you see? So please, by all means, all right, feel free to like and retweet. If we make a concerted effort, just like we did in the last year here on DSP Gaming. Remember, like the content. If you're enjoying it, leave a comment on it. That's engagement. That engagement helps this channel. It makes this channel become more recommended, more shown in search, right? You realize it's the same exact thing on Twitter. That if you like a post, if you retweet a post, that person's content is more likely to be suggested on Twitter. And yes, I hate to say it, but social media is kind of a key component of online success. I'd be stupid to not understand that. To have a social media presence of some kind is important. You need to have a place where you can be reached, a place where you can talk publicly, right? And that's, Twitter is really it for me. Or, as you know, I started making the community posts here on my YouTube channel. That's all well and good, but that's only on my YouTube channel. While Twitter is a more public place, a more public, what would they call it? I don't even know, a soapbox, I guess? So, excuse me. Please, I feel if we work on this, just like we did on this channel, right, in the last year, if we all work together on this, we can actually overcome the nonsense. We can say, why are we all afraid of this couple hundred idiots on the internet who just circle jerk each other all fucking day, right? Why? Why are we afraid of them? Look at the leaps and bounds this channel has made in the last year. How much nicer it is here on DSP Gaming again, because we all work together to make it that way, right? We could do that on my Twitter too. We could do that in many different ways. We can make it so that these idiots don't just control our actions anymore the way that they have in the past. It's time to stop being afraid of these pussies, because all they are. They're internet fucking pussies. These are not people who do things in real life. The only reason they're able to do it is because the internet gives them the anonymity that they can do and the lack of consequences to do what they're doing and get away with it. Fuck that. Enough of that bullshit. It's time to change shit. It's time for us to stand up for ourselves and be like, fuck this scumbag mentality of running from the trolls. Fuck running. It's sometimes it's very disappointing to me, and here's why. Because there's some people, all right, who say things like, well, the best way to address trolling is you never mention it. And you're absolutely correct 99% of the time. If you never mention the trolling, it gets better. But look what happened over those years that I ignored the trolling in my comments on my videos, right? I ignored the trolling on my Twitter. I ignored it, and what happened? It got insanely out of control to the point where people...
Hey guys, I need a judgment call. Look what happens. Is that the same as see what happens? Hear that again.
Who say things like, well, the best way to address trolling is you never mention it. And you're absolutely correct 99% of the time. If you never mention the trolling, it gets better. But look what happened.
Look what happened. That's the same as see what happens. Look what happened, see what happens. That's the same. Is that the same? Did I tick see what happens? It's the same, it's the same. Yep, okay, everyone's saying yes. Okay, we're going to take it. There we go, fantastic. And the site says I don't do anything. Once again, I've worked for several charity events and helped them earn money for charity. What you've done, you've affected. Okay, I try to do that as far as I can. Said before it vanished off the screen, sorry.
Over those years that I ignored the trolling in my comments.
Bottom line, the site's done charity shit and Phil's just done shit. So there you go.
Comments on my videos, right? I ignored the trolling on my Twitter. I ignored it, and what happened? It got insanely out of control to the point where people couldn't even enjoy the content anymore, right? So I had to take drastic measures for people even to be able to watch the videos anymore. You can't just ignore it forever. That's the problem. When you do, sometimes it reaches a boiling point, all right? Right now, I have a Twitter account that I know people watch and enjoy the stuff I put up there, but they don't share that enjoyment because they're afraid, right? I think at some point you have to take a stand against the shit. You just have to. You know what I'm saying? You can't just sit there and be afraid constantly. I'm not anymore. I'm just not. I've gotten to the point where I've gotten so... Ugh. I got a hair in my mouth. Yuck. Ew. I've gotten so to the point that what they say and do about me on the internet does not matter. You understand that? They can make up as much as they want. They can say what they want. They can be as nasty as they want. It doesn't matter. Just to give you how hilarious this shit is. All right. So yesterday I made that tweet last night. Okay. I go to sleep. I wake up this morning. Now keep in mind, they can't make nasty posts on my video comments. They can't make nasty posts on my Twitter. They can't make nasty posts in the chat. So what do? They went to my Instagram, the only place where there's open comments, and they left nasty comments. Phil complained on Twitter last night about us trolling. You see? We can't enable these people anymore. We just can't. We can't. It's time to stand up against this bullshit, all right? But again, only if you're liking what you're seeing. I'm not Druckmann. I'm not going to say, oh, come like my Twitter post and retweet my Twitter post because it sticks it to the trolls. This is the fucking most underhanded, scumbagish, sleazeball thing you can say. No, don't do that to stick it to the trolls. Do it because you like the content and you're tired of being told what you can and can't do because of the actions of the trolls. You understand? We shouldn't be afraid to say, no, this is good content. Fuck those pieces of shit. I'm going to tell people I like the content. You see? And like I said, again, if we do this together, and instead of it being 5 people liking a post, it's actually 50, 100, 150, 200. Because I got realistic expectations. I'm not expecting to get thousands of likes. I'm just not. But I know that there's a good amount of people out there that like my stuff. You know what I'm saying? Then if we stick up together against it, it ain't going to have power anymore. It's just not. And these people are going to realize that what they're doing is a complete waste of their fucking time and they're going to move on. But the problem is right now when everyone's afraid. Phil makes a post. It's gotten thousands of views. It's a funny-ass post. Everyone's enjoying it. But I can't like it because some guy might be nasty to me on Twitter. Fuck them. Fuck that piece of shit. Enough is enough, I see people on Twitter all the time. They have 1,000, 2,000 followers. They're not verified accounts on Twitter. They make a post and it gets hundreds to thousands of likes because they're not harassed like me, right? So why are we empowering these fucking people? That's what we're doing. Well, by holding back, by restricting what we're doing on the internet and not having fun with it, we're actually empowering the scumbags to do more harassment. It's enough of this, I feel like it's enough is enough. You get to a point like, dude, enough of this shit. Because people always say to me all the time, well, why can't you grow and why can't you do this and that? Because I'm stifled because of this dumb shit. How dumb is this? It's so dumb. So anyway, again, it's up to you guys what you want to do, all right? I can't make you do anything. I'm just saying, I know for a fact there's people who like me and my content. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the fact that I have positive viewers and supporters. I think it's time for us to enough with the cowering and enough with hiding from these people and starting to stand up and say, fuck these guys. We will enjoy the internet. We will enjoy content. We'll do what we want. It's not your job to tell me what I can like and not like. It's not your job to tell me what I can and can't support. You know what I mean? Fuck off. All right? But do it because you like my content. Stand up against these shitbags because you like the stuff and you support it. Not because you're sticking it to them. Don't go, whatever you do, don't ever go full Druckmann. All right? Trust me on this one. Okay. So I got that out of the way. Now we can move on. Let's talk about the schedule. Let's talk about some news stories. So today, on this gameplay segment, it's going to be an interesting one. We're trying Fable Anniversary again. All right? Why are we trying Fable Anniversary again? We played it on Monday and people didn't like it, right? It's true. They didn't like it at all. They actually had a point where no one was talking with me about this content. I was playing this game, right? I was playing the game, and I actually got confused at a certain part. I was like, how do I map this? How do I use magic? I'm really confused about this. And I turn to my audience here, and I look in, literally no one is paying attention. Literally not a single person. I was directly asking my audience, hey guys, anyone ever play this? Anyone know how to do this? I was being ignored by my audience. Hundreds of people. They were completely disengaged from the game. All right? What you got to understand is, Phil of 2022 is different than Phil of 2014. In 2014, when I played games, I'd pick up my controller like this, play the game, and you were over here chatting it up and interacting, and I was ignoring you. And I was like, fuck this. And I would just play the game and act like you're not there, and I would do commentary as if I was doing offline YouTube videos. It was a very stupid thing, in my opinion. I feel like if I had become an interactive streamer way earlier, it actually would have caught on way better, and probably I would have been way more popular as a streamer than I ever was. Because of that fact. But instead, I wanted to stay so stubborn and obstinate and only make this offline style of content. So when I played Fable Anniversary in 2014, I literally just sat here playing it like this, ignoring everyone and paying no heed to anyone on the stream. Okay? So it was a different situation. I'm hyper-focused on the game. I'm trying to figure it out. By the way, back then, I still had that really stupid commentary style of constantly insulting game developers, doing over-the-top sexualized comments, to basically fill the dead air of not having conversation with you guys. It was that kind of crap. Constantly. Okay? So my original playthrough of Fable Anniversary, I'm sure, is completely different from what I'm doing this time around. Right? So the thing is, now in 2022, when I play a game, it's about the overall experience. It's not just about me playing the game and my experience with that game. It's also about me interacting with you guys and talking with you about the game, having fun, discussion about it. I mean, yes, off-topic stuff too is perfectly fine, but the point of the stream is that I'm playing a game. If I'm playing the game and literally no one is talking about or caring about the game, then why am I playing the game at all? I could just turn the game off and we could just sit here and talk, right? And quite frankly, I'll be honest with you. I'd much rather, if Fable Anniversary is going to be a game where you guys are just bored, all right? I would much rather turn the game off and have a Q&A with you all day. I'd much rather do that than force myself to play a game that no one likes and is engaging with. You understand? By the way, we have so many more games to play. The third place choice in the viewer's choice poll was Batman Arkham Asylum Remastered. We can play that right now. There's a million games on PlayStation Plus Premium. There's a million games on Game Pass. There's all these options. I have the Nintendo Switch Online now too, actually. Okay? So, that being said, We have so many things to do. We don't have to play a game that I played 8 years ago and no one's likes, all right? Even if it got second place at the Viewer's Choice poll or whatever. It's neither here nor there. Who knows how it won it? You know, you would think that if there's a Viewer's Choice poll and this game got like, what was it, like 30-something% of the vote, that means at least 300-400 people want to watch it, yet that's not even being reflected on the streams, you see? So let's see what happens, because I feel like maybe the problem was we were going through the slower intro segment, okay? Maybe that's what it was. It was a slow intro, we're learning the ropes, we're learning basic combat abilities and the like. I didn't even level anything up yet. Now I did. I leveled 1 or 2 things up, all right? So maybe that's the situation, is we just need to kind of get through that slow segment, and maybe today it'll pick up, it'll get more interesting. And again, if you like Fable, please stick around for the stream and engage with me. Let's talk about it. Let's have a good time together. The worst feeling for me as a content creator, especially someone who's changed, all right, to become an interactive guy, an interactive creator, is that I feel like I'm playing by myself. I hate that now. I do. I literally, if I'm gonna play a game for myself, I don't need to stream it. I just turn the stream off and play it offline. You know what I mean? I don't play these games for myself. I'm doing it because I want to chill with you guys and have a good time. That's half of the point of what I do now. So I hope you understand that. And so when I'm playing a game and I turn to my audience and I'm directly interested in their feedback on, gee, how do I use this magic properly in the game? I'm kind of lost. I'm not understanding it. And 0 people respond and everyone's ignoring me and the game. It's like, oh my God, why am I even online? That's the worst feeling you can get as a content creator, okay? So, all that being said, let's give it another shot today. It's the main stream, a 3-hour stream. Let's play it. Let's see if you guys enjoy it, if I enjoy it, and let's see if we want to keep it in the rotation. If we don't, that's fine. If we come to the final determination at the end of today's second attempt at this game that it's boring and we don't like it, then that's fine. No risk, you know what I mean? This isn't a hot new release I'm dropping. It's a game I played 8 years ago. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Let's do something you guys actually want, right? So, let's see what happens. Let's play, let's see what we enjoy, and let's have a good time together and see how it goes, all right? That's today's main stream. The late stream tonight, we had to do a little bit of a schedule shifting audible here, because the late stream tonight is the conclusion of Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. Originally, later tonight, I was going to do PlayStation Plus Premium Exploration stuff, but we didn't beat Zelda 2 on Tuesday night. As hard as I tried, as much effort as I put in, we couldn't freaking beat the game, because the final dungeon was a trap. The final dungeon had false paths that lead you to dead ends. And then you have to fucking start over. And you know what I say? Bullshit. I can't believe in an NES game they fuck you like that. I beat the dungeon. No, you essentially played the length of a dungeon, but it's a dead end. You have to start over. What the fuck, man? That really pissed me off. I'm actually happy we're at the end of this game. And you know what? I'll say this. I'm happy I played it to understand the frame of reference that I'll now have, because I now understand how annoyingly fucking... It's like the whole game was designed to piss you off. It really feels like that. The hit detection is imprecise. The attacks are wonky. And the jumps are weird. And it's a fucking cryptic puzzle game. We don't know where the fuck to go and what the fuck to do. There's one instance where there's an item hidden under a table on the floor. It's the only time in the game you ever have to crouch and look under a table for an item. Never again does it ever happen. And the item's fucking invisible. Anyway, we're at the end. Now I know how to beat the dungeon. We're going to beat that dungeon. It's a double boss fight at the end. You actually have to fight, apparently, yourself. Everyone says this is the hardest boss fight in NES history. We'll see how it goes tonight. All right, we have the whole stream for it. 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. So we're beating it one way or another, all right? How long it takes, I don't know. I guess it really is going to depend on that final boss and how hard it is. I don't know, because I never fought that boss before, okay? Now, if we have extra time, it depends on how much time we have. We'll determine what else we do on the stream, okay? Q&A, I'm always open to doing Q&A with you guys. If you guys want to shoot the shit or whatever, that's cool with me. We can do that. Let's see, because again, I don't like, the thing is, people are like, oh, why don't you switch to another game? Or, oh, why don't you do some PS Plus stuff? Because I don't know how much time we're going to have. You know, I don't want to commit to anything not knowing how long it's actually going to take me to beat it. And then I promise you one thing and people tune in for it, it doesn't happen. So I'd rather say, we're definitely beating the game tonight. That's as much as I'll say. Once it's done, then we figure out what we do with the time that we've got left. I'll still be streaming the full length of the stream like I normally would. Fair enough? Okay. Tomorrow, Final Fantasy VII continues. This playthrough has been getting good, man. Like, I'm actually really enjoying it now, because I haven't played it in so long, and we're in the parts of the game that I really don't remember that well, because I haven't played it in so long. I played it in the 90s when it was new. I played it probably twice on PC in the early 2000s, and that was it. So this is like maybe the 4th, 5th time, arguably, I'm playing the game, and the first time in 20 freaking years. So I'm having a good time with it. You guys really seem to be digging it too. We're having good interactions, good fun. I can't wait for more of that tomorrow, okay? And then on the late stream tomorrow, it's Capcom Fighting Collection, fighting game fun, and Friday Night Fights is what I call it, on the late stream, and that's exciting too. Saturday is up in the air, because are we going to play more Fable, or are we dropping it? So depending on what happens today determines what we do on Saturday. We'll see. And I'm down for playing more Fable. If we like it, we want to keep playing. Or we can just drop it like a hot rock, and I can play something else, maybe Batman Arkham Asylum, okay? Saturday night now is now going to be the PlayStation Plus Exploration stream that I promise you. It's going to be now bumped a few days, but it's still going to happen, okay? So now, we still have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. What I can tell you is Sunday, Monday will be a combination of Final Fantasy VII and or another game, depending on what happens with Fable. And then we'll probably have another session at one point there of the Capcom Fighting Collection. You know, we'll have a good variety, a good mix of stuff. Excuse me. Then Tuesday, Wednesday, it's the premiere of 2 new games, Stray and As Dusk Falls. And I'll be playing them like that, balancing them just like that. We'll probably be straight in the daytime and As Dusk Falls is the late stream. And it should be good to get a double new release like that and have some good times for that week. Now, I'll be off that Thursday, which means that next week when I return, yes, I'll still be balancing the new games, but what I may do is the daytime streams will be one of the new games, while the night stream is either like Capcom Fighting Collection or continuing on with Final Fantasy VII. You see, Final Fantasy VII, yes, for now it's a main stream, but when new releases come out, those will take priority, much like what I did with Skyrim, okay? And then probably once these new games are up, because by the way, As Dusk Falls is a narrative-based game. Stray, how long is that game going to realistically be? Once we wrap those up, we'll go back to having Final Fantasy VII as a main daytime stream again, okay? Okay, so there you have it. That's the rough schedule for the week. All right, and I will briefly bring your attention to our members goal. We already hit the tier 1 members goal for the month. And just to reiterate and to show you some nice new artwork, the event is what's in DSP's closet. I'm no longer coming out of the closet. I'm no longer trapped in the closet. We're going to find out what's in DSP's closet. That event is set for roughly Saturday the 30th of July. It's going to be a marathon day where I go in my closet and I see what's in there, and there's stories behind a lot of that stuff. We're going to explore, see if some of the stuff can actually be used in my setup or on my streams. Some of the stuff I'll probably end up throwing out. Sadly, I know I can't resell anything online because of trolling activities I've already explained. God forbid I try to make a... Can you imagine if I tried to make an eBay account and sell anything? The moment people found out it was me, it would be 100 fake bids, 100 fucking nasty comments. So that shit ain't happening. But we can at least try to find some value in some of this stuff, right? So anyway, that's going to be a fun event. That's coming up at the end of the month. But we are now working on the tier 2 members goal. 585 members. If we hit 585 members by the end of July, we will be doing the next React event. And this one, yeah, we are going to kind of go back somewhat to drama, because the options are either reacting to the original This Is How You Don't Play video, which was Metal Gear Solid 2, or watching another one of these documentaries from either Frederick Knudson's Down the Rabbit Hole series or from June the King's documentary series. These series usually cover certain individuals or content creators and basically their rise and fall on the internet. All right? So that's what we're going to be checking out. All right? So I'd love to do that. I'd love to set that up. That would likely be something in early August. Variety purposes, you guys like the React stuff. I'd like to do more React stuff. So please, by all means, either become a member, give some memberships, do whatever you'd like. It helps the channel, and it would be really cool to do the next React, all right? So let's get that going. One other follow-up I'd like to give all of you. So as you guys know, last week, on the weekend, Saturday, I had a marathon React event to the Rob Gavigan YouTube channel. In general, the feedback was very positive, although admittedly, it wasn't me reacting to drama, it wasn't me reacting to something negative about myself or others, so the attendance was much lower, and the overall enjoyment was definitely lower, okay? I was not expecting that event was going to blow up in numbers like when I was reacting to the Wings Down the Rabbit Hole or my own or the John Howard video where we were getting like 1,000 viewers and crazy views on the videos on YouTube. No, I wasn't expecting that. We didn't get it. But it was still a fun event. It was really a great thing to break off from doing drama-style React content, and it was refreshing and interesting and fun, right? In general, I think you guys liked it. In fact, in the last week, there was actually a few people who said, well, would you do it again? Because we like that channel. You barely scratched the surface of what's on that channel. And I was like, yeah, but if we're going to do that again, why don't we do it for like a timed reason? So for example, why don't we do it in October as a way to celebrate Halloween? Maybe do it during the Halloween marathon, or maybe we have a special day before the Halloween marathon where we can do like another Rob Gavigan React event. I think that'd be pretty cool. All right. So anyway, the reason I'm bringing this up, because the man himself, Rob Gavigan, contacted me, and he said that he was very upset with how I portrayed his channel, and he's going to take me down with false DMCA claims. I'm kidding. That didn't happen. Well, you know what happened? He made a joke like that, and then he said, haha, I'm just kidding. But, you know, that's the whole humor of my channel. It's macabre stuff, and I wanted to see how you would react. I laughed my ass off. I totally laughed my ass off. I got the joke completely. I was like, dude, that's so funny. I was like, that's funny as hell. He's like, no, I'm just kidding. So anyway, he watched the event back. He loved it. Like, he actually loved it. He was like, wow, it was really good. I like that your viewers were engaging with it and were guessing just like you what was truth and what was tale in those videos and stuff like that. So to make a long story short, not only did he really enjoy it, but he said that if I ever reacted to his stuff again, that he would actually give me like a suggested listing of some of the best videos he's ever done. Or for example, like a listing, maybe the most shocking things he's ever covered. And I said, I would love that. Imagine that. Imagine we do like Halloween week, we do a special, the most shocking content from Rob Gavigan, and we do it like for Halloween. I think that'd be really neat. So yeah, so it was a overall very positive experience. He overall really enjoyed the fact that we did that event. He liked it. And you know, was willing to, he actually would be interested in me doing more. So I told him, yeah, we'll probably re-explore this in October. Cool? So if you had a good time with that event, look forward to more. We'll probably be doing it around Halloween. Okay? Cool. All right. So that covers the schedule. That covers all the housekeeping stuff. We got some news stories to cover today that I'd like to talk about. The first news story is a big old announcement regarding Bayonetta 3. That's right. The game still exists. You may be shocked that it does, but it still exists. It's being made. It's like, it was funny because I was actually, I was speaking with my moderators, my chat moderators about this. And I was like, does anyone remember when Bayonetta 2 came out? Like, it was a fucking Wii U exclusive. A Wii U exclusive. Almost no one played it because no one bought a Wii U and no one bought games for it. So Wii U, or like Bayonetta 2 like doesn't even exist. To me, it's like, I definitely remember Bayonetta 1. I swear to God, I can't remember Bayonetta 2. I remember one part, I was running in this like open area. There was like balconies on the side. I think there were maybe like tables in the middle. And I think we were exploring and there was some combat. That's like the only thing I remember about the whole fucking game. The game like is like a fart in the wind to me. I just don't remember it. You know, like because it was Wii U, and Wii U was such a fucking anomaly for Nintendo, a console no one liked or cared about. No one talked about the games on it except the first party. Of course, everyone talked about the big first party games on it. That was it. Anything else that was like a Wii U exclusive, fucking Zombie U and shit, no one talked or played about it. It was like never existing. So what's funny about it is, now, Bayonetta 3 gets announced. It's kind of like, I mean, there might have been at one point I was excited for this. I'm going to be very honest with all of you. I'm not excited for it. To me, it feels like it's so long since the last Bayonetta that I don't even really understand how there's interest in this. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it's like, who cares? It's too long since the last one, and I'm so disengaged. And the other thing is, they brought back Devil May Cry. Like, the whole premise of Bayonetta was, oh, they weren't really making new Devil May Cry games, so here's a franchise that plays like Devil May Cry, but it's a different subject matter, right? So, but you could still get your Devil May Cry fix. Well, Devil May Cry exists now, and it was really good. That last Devil May Cry game was really good, right? So it's kind of like, so what exactly is the purpose of this game? I don't know. But anyway, I did a poll. I actually started a poll the other night because I was curious with my viewer base, all right? What people thought about Bayonetta 3. And my poll was basically like, what do you think about Bayonetta 3? Are you excited for it or not? Here's the options. And it was, I'm excited, meh, it's just okay, or it's been too damn long, who cares, all right? Around 350 people voted. I think it's like 27, looking exactly. 327 people voted, all right? 49% of the people are excited, so about half the people. About 17% of the people are like, nah. And then 34% of the people are like, it's too damn long, who cares? That actually surprised me. A third of the people just don't care anymore. So if you really want to talk about a positive, negative split, it's 50-50. 50% of the people are like, oh, it's cool, I'm excited. And the other half are like, nah, who cares at this point? And I hate to say it, like, I really do feel like I'm in that second half. Like, when you have such a wide gap between installments of a franchise, and you have other games that are comparable, and some could argue better, I don't really care anymore. And that's it, like, I'm looking at Bayonetta, oh, it's coming out October 26th or 28th or whatever it is. Okay, great. There's like 100 other games that month, by the way. Like, October is stacking up to be absolutely insane for game releases. And so I look at that month and I'm like, so how the fuck am I even gonna play that when I got all these other games around it that I'm way more interested in? And I don't know, you know? Now, in addition to that, the other part of the news story is something that's ridiculous. I actually think it's ridiculously stupid. They announced that Bayonetta 3, for the first time ever, is going to have a content filter mode. They're going to have a mode that censors the game, okay? They describe the mode as this. Take on this premise. You want to play Bayonetta 3. You really want to play the game. But for some reason, you're in a situation where you can't play it by yourself. Like you're in the living room, and you're forced to play this game like an exhibition in front of the family. So because you're playing Bayonetta 3 in front of the family, you really don't want a lot of the sexualized humor and the risque moments to be revealed. Like when she transforms from different situations, you know, she's using her tact. Sometimes her clothes rip off her body. Now, there's no total nudity in Bayonetta. There never was. But I guess, yeah, if your parents are in the room or you have small kids, you're trying to play Bayonetta 3, and the clothes are ripping off Bayonetta, kind of gives the wrong impression. Also, a lot of the enemies kind of like have half nudity and sexualized versions. The way I compare this is like, Bayonetta is very much Japanese. What I mean by that is, the Japanese culture has this shit as part of it. Sexualized humor, partial nudity. It's always been part of the Japanese thing. Their humor, their culture in general. To them, it's not a big deal. It's not, to them, it's like normalized content, right? But in the United States, it's like, it exists, but it's got to be on something that's mature rated. It's got to be something that's separated so that you know that it's in it, so that it's not normalized in all of our lives and all of our content, like it is over in Japan, okay? So here's the thing. I totally understand that maybe the content of Bayonetta isn't necessarily mainstream content for everyone because of the type of game it is, all right? So if that's the case, all right, then don't be a pussy about it. Maybe this is the take you were expecting. Don't be a pussy about it. If you're going to go full force into Bayonetta is Japanese, it's a Japanese culture game, sexualized content is in the game, you deal with it. Either play it or don't, but don't be a pussy about it, right? Because for me, like, if it really is, if it's important enough to the game that content has to be in it, right? Then be fucking forceful enough to then have it in it. To me, when you have a mode where you can censor that, so there's no partial nudity, when she's doing the attacks, now she's still fully clothed the entire time. The enemies are always fully clothed, no sexualized content, no half nudity, nothing, right? If this is the case, then what you're telling me, if you have this mode that censors the game, then none of that is important to the game at all. In fact, what you're admitting to the public by having the censor mode is that you can still enjoy this game as fully as with it on or off. It's the same game. It adds nothing to the gameplay. It adds nothing to the story. It literally adds nothing except you want to be perverted to cater to that kind of an audience. People who are very Japanese culture centric, it's normalized in their culture. They almost expect that as part of the game. So it's not necessarily like meaningful, but you want to have it as part of a Japanese centric game. Fine then, have it. Then don't have the option to turn it off. It doesn't even make sense. Like, either it's an important part of your game and your franchise, or you're publicly admitting it's not, and we're adding it in there for cheap value because we think we'll get a few more perverted sales for people who want to see half nudity from the game. It's either full force or not. Why would you have an option? You're literally admitting you are adding it in to try to get extra sales from people who are that crowd who want to see half nudity, right? Here's my real question. Who the fuck plays Bayonetta in the living room with their family? The last thing I think about when I think Bayonetta is what a family-friendly adventure this is. You know, you got the potty mouth Joe Pesci wannabe saying fuck this, fuck that, fucky, fuck every 2 seconds, making sexual jokes. You got the clothes ripping off of the characters. You know what I mean? Like, hey, Granny, come on in. I got this thing I want to show you. Yeah, get the, you know, kids, come on, kids. Everyone, let's get in here and let's, Shut up, bitch! If you're going to buy Bayonetta 3, okay, do yourself a favor. Play it when you're not with a group you're going to be embarrassed to be playing it in front of, right? And if it means you can never play it in front of the group because they don't leave the room, then don't fucking buy Bayonetta 3. It's a sexualized game that has Japanese culture and sexualized content in it. Deal with it. Either buy it and play it for the game that it is, or don't. Don't buy it and play censored Bayonetta 3. Like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Like, for me, am I interested in the game? Honestly, probably not. I think I'm going to be so busy with other stuff. And by the way, it comes out right before Halloween, where I'm going to be doing horror-themed stuff. I'm probably going to have a Halloween horror marathon like I usually do. We might be reacting to the Rob Gavigan channel and already doing a bunch of other new releases. This might very much be a game that I skip and then I play later, or I don't play at all. All right? It's been so long since Bayonetta 2, I have no investment in playing Part 3 at all. All right? But that, if I buy the game, I'm going to be a puss and censor the whole fucking game. Like, it's just so dumb to me. Exactly. Big Papa Phil says, yeah, imagine playing Mortal Kombat in front of kids, but you don't want to see any fatalities, so there's an option to tone them down so kids don't see spines and grabbing out. Imagine Mortal Kombat with no blood, no violence, no swearing, no nudity, no fatalities. We've nerfed the game to just have basic combat elements. At the end of the match, everyone shakes hands. Wow. Mortal Kombat, huh? It's like pedestrian, platonic, friendly combat. And you can shake hands like. So anyway, I think you see my point. It's stupid. I don't agree with this idea of having this censored version of the game. Well, I don't even see the point of it at all. I really don't see the point of it. It makes no sense to me. You know what Bayonetta is. If you're buying it, you're accepting you know what it is, and you want to play it for the full game. Why would you buy it and play a nerfed version? Because fucking Granny in the background will spit her dentures out if she sees the content of the game. You know what I'm saying? As if the family members who would be offended at the nudity also won't be offended by the gratuitous violence, gore, giant anime-ish limbs flying through the air, ripping people apart. Like, oh, that's fine. Just don't show someone's calf exposed, you know? What are we talking about here? It doesn't make any sense. To me, anyway. So anyway, the game comes out in late October. I'm on the fence about getting it at this point. Okay. Other news stories. There's a few of them today. All the news always happens on my day off. PlayStation is launching a new loyalty program called PlayStation Stars. Here's how they describe it. Loyalty points can be redeemed on PlayStation Network wallet to earn funds. You can buy standalone games, DLC, or collectibles with it. Rewards are granted for playing games on a monthly basis, for winning competitive tournaments, for earning specific trophies in certain games. Special rewards for people who are the first to platinum a trophy in a region. So it's a brand new game, you're the first person to platinum a game, you actually earn these in-game rewards credits. I compare this similarly. Game Pass already has this program. If you're under Game Pass and you play certain games, you earn what's called Microsoft Rewards points. You can redeem them for all kinds of things. Sweepstakes entries, if you accumulate enough of them, you can earn credit. I think at this point, with the amount of games I played on my Series X, I think I've accumulated enough points for like a $10 credit on Xbox Live. So it's not a lot, but it's something, right? So it seems like they're doing something similar on PlayStation, but the difference here is that they're going to add competition into it. There'll be tournaments, and if you win the tournament, you actually earn these credits. If you're the first to platinum a game in a region, you earn these credits. It's an interesting premise, but I don't know how much I like that, because you know exactly what's going to fucking happen. You're going to have people who are going to be abusing the fuck out of this and trying to find ways to cheat and get around it, because it's tangible. You're giving them tangible reward now for doing those things. Normally, earning a trophy in a game means absolutely nothing. You get nothing out of it. There's no benefit. Now you're telling me if I'm the first to earn a trophy, I actually get something concrete out of it. You're going to find people who are going to fucking cheat like shit. You know what I mean? I think this might be a slippery slope that Sony's going down with something like that. Another thing is, they're saying there will be digital collectibles involved in the program. However, they literally write a giant explanation. These digital collectibles will not be NFTs. Just listen to this, how careful they are about this shit. It's definitely not an NFT. Definitely not. You can't trade them. You can't sell them. It's not leveraging blockchain technology. It's definitely not an NFT. Like, they're so afraid that someone would even associate them with NFTs that they're fucking like shitting their pants already before they even launch this program. Okay? So for me, the way I see it, it's free. And you know what? Anything free is pro-consumer. So hey, a free program, something you get extras just for playing games, Sony games, PlayStation games, great. If it's anything similar to the Microsoft Rewards program, great. I'm sure there'll be people who absolutely focus on it and bank those points and get free credits. There'll be others who just casually earn them, you know, which is fine. Anything free is good. So I'm interested to see how this will work when it launches. I don't think it's launched yet, they just announced it. But I guess we'll see how it actually pans out. For me, it's the competition aspect that's different, that sets it apart from Microsoft Rewards, and I'm curious how it's going to work, because again, whenever there's something about this tangible reward, it's time, you know, people will cheat to win, and I'm curious how it's going to work. Okay, the last piece of news I have, let me get shout-outs. Listen, I know this podcast is running late. I kind of knew it would. I have so much to talk about today. By the way, I didn't even talk about half the stuff. There's a whole other subject matter to get to eventually about me upgrading my stuff. We just don't have time to talk about it today. We'll probably save that for tomorrow, all right? We'll talk about my PC setup, me needing to upgrade this year. I have a bunch of different updates to talk about in regards to this, but I don't have time for it today. I knew this was going to happen, okay? Okay, so one other announcement. Multiverses, all right? This is the game. Think Smash Brothers, all right? But it stars all different characters from Warner Brothers. So we're talking the Justice League characters, Batman, Superman, that kind of stuff. Scooby-Doo characters like Shaggy, okay? I believe it has, I'm trying to zoom in and see the characters. Bugs Bunny and the Looney Tunes, Adventure Time characters, Steven Universe characters, Tom and Jerry, of all people. Basically, everything owned under the guise of like Warner Brothers, okay, is in this, in a game, a beat-em-up game. A few people who played it say it's pretty good, but I don't think it's been publicly available yet, so you can't really get a full idea of what it is yet. Well, the game goes full open beta, July 26th, okay? It's 1 week from this Tuesday. Will I be checking it out? I mean, I'd like to. As long as it's publicly available on a modern console, I would like to try it out. I would like to see what it's all about. Is it really Smash Brothers? Is it different? You know what it reminds me of? PlayStation All-Stars. You guys remember that game where they tried to make Smash, but they tried to make it almost a little more serious than Smash? Sadly, I do feel that PlayStation All-Stars failed because it didn't have a good enough cast for people to want to buy it. Like, listen, PlayStation games are great, but were you dying to get a fighting game that had Nathan Drake in it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that the characters of Sony, those characters are known in their own respective franchises, and they're standouts in their own respective franchises and genres. But when you made that crossover game, I don't think it was enough of a selling point to be able to play as those iconic Sony characters in a fighting game, you know? So, I guess we'll see. I'm interested, and I would like to try this when it comes out in about a week and a half. Yeah, it's a week from Tuesday. So I'd definitely like to check that out and give it a go. Maybe it's something interesting. I don't know. Then again, it could be another Nickelodeon serious flop. I guess we'll see. Okay? All right, now it's time for shout-outs. Again, I apologize, guys. I really knew that the stream was going to go long, okay? So, refresh here. So it looks like a whopping 2 hours ago, before I even turned the stream on, Steven became a channel member. Thank you to Steven for your membership. I appreciate that. AJ Gamer re-upped his membership 2 months in a row at the ultra supporter level. And Steven will be great work. Very excited for your closet stream. There you go. What's in Phil's closet stream coming up. I'm excited for that too, actually. Gerver Verk, the super chat says, play Bloodborne again. You know, when it comes to FromSoft, it seems like every once in a while it's time for another rotation of the games. Bloodborne is definitely one of my favorites, and I enjoyed playing. You know, I really enjoyed. I enjoyed the second one more than the first. The second run, when I went back to it years later, I kind of had set myself that I wanted to learn all the mechanics of the game, and because I did, I learned the parry mechanic. The game was so much more fun that time. I think eventually I will play Bloodborne again. I don't know when. It would be great if they make a Bloodborne 2. I don't think it's ever gonna happen at this point. Maybe if they finally got their butts out of their asses, their heads out of their butts, and their asses. Wait. If they used common sense and listened to the fans, it would just re-release the fucking game on a modern console at 60 frames per second, and everyone would buy it again. The one major complaint I always hear about Bloodborne, it was locked at 30 frames, and it's never been above 30 frames, and everyone wants to play it at 60 frames. Just fucking re-release the game at 60 frames. Enough of this bullshit. Okay? Everyone wants it. Everyone would buy it again. Shut up. Take everyone's money. Like Fry says, take the fucking money. Keep your mouth shut. Release the game. All right, let's get the tips. Our first tip of the day is from No Daddy No, who tipped $10 and said the following: $1 for every idiot who came after me after I donated. How sad is your life, man? DSP is fam. It's because of Richie Poo, his birds, his love for the tickled man. He can spend his tips however he wants. That's the benefit of being a handsome dark side Phil. You know, sometimes I feel like we live in different universes. I feel like I'm on Earth 2 and No Daddy No maybe from like Earth 17. Certainly I don't understand 90% of what he just said. They sound like he's referencing review tech, and a lot of that has to do with stuff that's said over there that I don't get because I don't watch his stuff. I guess I've become the tickled man now. That's a new one. That's the first I'm hearing of being called the tickled man, but apparently that's me. And I'm trying to translate. I'm trying to run the message through like the universal Earth translators, okay? So when I'm trying to translate Earth 17 to Earth 2, what I'm getting is, this is a fan of Rich, okay? And this is someone who came over here and checked out my content as a result of Rich watching possibly one of my Castlevania streams in the last couple of weeks. Okay, this is someone who contributed. All right, contributed to the streams, and apparently because they did, they were harassed online. I will outright apologize. I hate that this happens. I wish that I could control it. I wish I could stop the actions of these messed up people. I can't, obviously, you know, and it's not in my power to stop them from doing crazy shit. All right, so please understand. If I could, I would. There's not much I can do about it. All right, what I will say is thank you for the support. Again, I'm now being told Quantum TV is the tickle man. Who the fuck is Quantum TV? You know what? Don't tell me who Quantum TV is. I don't want to know. I keep telling you guys, I don't like getting sucked into the drama vortex. I have a feeling if you try to explain this to me, I'll just get sucked into the drama vortex. Okay. Quite frankly, this is why Rich has been kind of a nice guy recently to me. Every once in a while it flips, but now he's been pretty nice to me recently. But I'm very skeptical. I'm like, how am I gonna get sucked into drama over this? It's like, how is it gonna happen? Because you know it's coming. All right, but anyway, thank you, No Daddy No, for the $10 tip. All right, and I really appreciate that. Party Boy, to me $3 to look at the party started. Thank you to Party Boy for the $3 tip. I appreciate that. Now, Rob on Wheels to me $5, and he's reiterating something he said on Twitter. I will directly respond quickly, but I'll directly respond. We're super late here on the podcast. He says, "Why, for the love of God, you insist on always mentioning your trolls and giving them credence? There's a difference between directly mentioning giving them the attention they want, and then them feeling empowered to continue to do what they're doing, or calling out a direct situation where I feel both myself and my fan base have been ongoingly abused because of decisions that have happened over time that are directly influenced by the actions of trolls. There's a little difference there. It's not like, oh, someone trolled me today, made a nasty video, and I'm going to sit here and complain about it for half an hour. I'm literally feeding into what they want. As opposed to, hey, I have a social media presence that's large. I have 26,000 people following me on a verified Twitter account. I know that whenever I post something on my Twitter, thousands of people see it. I get tons of impressions on my stuff. Way more than you think, because no one likes or retweets or shares any of that stuff. You know, that actually hurts me and my business because people are afraid now of this nonsense from these idiots. So yeah, in this case, I do feel like it is more damaging for me to keep my mouth shut and say nothing than to actually finally directly step out and address it, because nothing's ever going to get better if I don't. You see the difference here? It's kind of like you can ignore things for the longest time and observe them. It's kind of like this is the same situation from when I was ignoring the idiots on my video comments on YouTube. I ignored it for years. I ignored it, and then finally my fans came to me and said, "Phil, we can't comment on your videos anymore. We're not going to read the comments at all. Just turn them off. It's too toxic down there." You know, I don't want my Twitter to become now a situation where now people don't ever want to read it or engage with it because of the trolls. It's fucked up. I've already shut down my Twitter to the point where they can't respond to anything I say. So that's already fixed. It's just a matter of now people are like, well, now people won't even interact with the content at all. It's like, dude, 2,000 people watched the Instagram post. They probably saw that through my Twitter. How the hell does the tweet have 10 likes? It doesn't make any sense. So I'm trying to make people feel confident that they can stand together against this kind of shit and end it, essentially. Again, if there's enough people who are positively interacting with my stuff, it will outweigh the amount of shitbags who try to do negative shit. I've seen it directly happen. Making a tweet that goes viral, and these idiots try to be negative, it doesn't work. People ignore, like, who the fuck are you? Fuck off. You know? So please understand, no, I don't like taking segments of my pre-stream. I don't like addressing it even in videos or anything we do, but sometimes it feels like it's got to the point where it ain't gonna get any better unless I say something, you understand? I have to at some point speak out against the nonsense. I can't just sit here and be completely complacent and ignore it, because then what's the point of even having a fucking Twitter? If people can't follow it, can't do anything with it in any positive interaction, because we're so terrified of these internet losers. Who cares about them? Fuck them. Ignore them. We all have our nice lives here without their nonsense. I really feel like we need to collectively work together, though. That's the thing. And if I don't talk about it, then we can't work together. You see? There's a time and a place for everything. I felt today was the place to speak out about it. It's not like something I'm going to be talking about all the time. Okay. Fearful supporter to me $4.20. I said, I'm too afraid to give my name out in fear of repercussions. Haters might emerge from their futons and begin to vigorously throttle their keyboards until they reach climax and splurge on their monitors. Is that how you see them? Someone tipped Dark Side Phil. Let's get him out. Oh, I got to his Twitter. Oh, I got his Facebook. Oh, I figured out where he likes to eat. Oh, I made a prank phone call with his name in it. Oh, whoa. Maybe that is what happens. It could be. I certainly never dabbled in anything like that. Maybe that's how they get their jollies, their racks up. I don't know. For me, you know. Anyway, I appreciate the tip, and I appreciate the fact that you want to keep yourself private. I will be honest with you; it's probably the safest course of action to, if you are a supporter of my content, to either be using an alias or keep yourself private completely. So that way, no one can know who you are in real life and harass you for it. It's a good idea. So many people on the internet think that it's a safe, happy place. It's not. It's pretty fucked up. So do what's best for you to protect yourself, right? Okay, and Snow Carl to the $1.50 says, do you think there's a risk you're being overly negative about Fable and creating a self-fulfilling prophecy by disengaging the audience and making them feel bad about the game because maybe try to hype it up more than complain, love and Fable? The thing is, I'm not complaining. Who complained? I wasn't complaining. I told you I was actually trying to enjoy the game and engage with it. I was a little confused at a part. And then I noticed everyone else didn't care about it. Either people were outright complaining, saying they hated it and it was boring. Why am I playing it? Why do people nominate and vote for it? Or they were ignoring me entirely. I wasn't sitting here shitting on the game. Absolutely not. I for the most part, yeah, there were some things that frustrated me. Early on in the game, you're weak as shit. And one of the early missions they give you, go kill a marathon of these Hobbs creatures, but you're also in a competition with an AI that is killing them. You have to beat the AI and kill more than the AI does. But you're so weak, you can barely kill any. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to do this? Right? So it's frustrating in that regard, but as you know, that's because I'm being honest. It's not because I'm sitting here shitting on the game or whatever. And again, if I really wanted to shit on the game, I would have dropped it. I wouldn't be giving it a second chance today. I would have said, nah, fuck this. We're done with it. After the first segment, you guys didn't like it or whatever. I'm not playing it again. But I want to give it another shot. I want to see if it gets better and if you guys will engage with it in the long term. You voted for it. You nominated. You voted. It's obvious there's some desire for it. It's kind of like it's definitely kind of like how I say with Final Fantasy VII. When I started playing that game, I had absolutely no clue if you guys were going to like it. It's an older RPG. The graphics definitely don't hold up in the modern era. Although a lot of people think it's the best Final Fantasy of all time, or the one that put the game on the map or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I didn't think it was going to catch on the way it has. Every time I play Final Fantasy VII, people are engaged, people are enjoying themselves, people are supporting the streams. Like, it's a positivity overload. People are having a great time, and because of that, I'm having a great time too. You know, that's what I want for every stream, if possible. You're not going to get it every single time, but that's the kind of what I want for every stream I do. That kind of level of engagement and fun and interaction. That's what I would love every time we play a game. And I was definitely disheartened when I played this the other day, and we had the opposite of that. So again, let's give it another shot. Let's see if people are watching, if people are interacting and engaging, if people are supporting, if people are having a good time and sharing that experience and saying, yeah, this is good, then I'll keep it up, man. I'll keep playing it. So let's see what happens today, okay? But it's not me trying to be negative towards the game. The contrary. I would like the game to catch on and be positive, but we'll see, okay? All right, so, oh my God. I got a few people in here who are actually saying that they're fans of Fable, and they've distinctly made effort to be on today's stream to help out today. And I appreciate that, because I was so confused last night. How the fuck do I use the magic? I can't figure it out, and I need to know how to use it. Obviously, I'm unlocking it. I want to use it. What's going on? Okay. All right, guys. Normally, there'd be a chance to have further discussion. We're already late. Like, look how long this podcast has been. An hour, 40 minutes. We got to get to gameplay at some point, right? We got to play a game on a game stream. So let's end the pre-show. I know there's other hot topics people want to talk about. I know that for a fact. We'll save them. We have another 6 days of podcasts lined up. Like I said, this is a 7-day week for me. So definitely on one of the other, 6 more podcasts coming up, we could definitely talk about that. Okay? Fair enough? All right. What's funny is people are screaming. I didn't say no about Phil's day off. What did you eat? What did you do? All right, fair enough. How about this? Tomorrow, we'll do extended Phil's day off segment. We'll talk more about that, because I got sidetracked with the Jasper Kitty stories, and then we got to other topics. And we'll talk about the other subject matter, the possibility of getting a PC upgrade, and that stuff too, because we got to get to that this week for sure. It's important. Okay? Fair enough? Okay. Thank you for watching the Level 1 podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. I want to say thank you all for chilling with me, and let's get started on a brand new, fresh streaming week. Sound good? I hope so. Let's do this. All right, let's take a break. Let's take an extended break, 2-hour break. Just kidding. We're going to switch over. I do have to take a leak. It'll take like 2 seconds. Let's switch over here. And let's get my webcam to the proper size. Here we go.
The game's not over yet, guys, remember. The game's not over.
Shit. Is that? I don't think it's correct.
When it records for YouTube for the gameplay, that's game over.
All right, I really like my new borders, but I'm going to publicly say it now. They're hard to set up, because every time that I'm on a dashboard, it's dark background, and then I try to set up my camera to fit the border, and I can't see the border. The old border used to have that color, like that line of color around it. Remember, it was like a moving line of color, and that was easier to set it up. But anyway. All right, so I think we're good here. I'm just going to move this over. I'm going to take a brief break to use the restroom. I'm not going to run an ad. I'm not going to do nothing. I'm going to tell you guys chill for like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I'm going to use the restroom, wash my hands, be right back, and then we're going to get started with Fable, and hopefully it goes better today, okay? Thank you guys. I'll be right back.
And Phil is muted, which means we can probably fast forward like fuck. No, guys, I've said this a lot. He always goes on a break anyway. I know. I don't like the idea of standing up, including him going for his break. I really don't, because he always goes to the fucking bathroom anyway. Actually, I think we can go live. Yeah, we're actually live. We're technically live right now, once more, and he's not back from his break yet. So well done, guys. We're caught up. Right at the end of the actual stream, we're caught up to Phil in real time. But I don't like the idea of him. I could see him standing up because I've got a fucking full screen shot here. Phil has stood up, but the fact is, though, it's part of his break. I've always thought of it as him. It doesn't count for when he's going on his fucking break after the stream ends. After the fucking podcast ends, I mean. I don't think it should count. Any other time he stands up, obviously, and randomly, like if he fucking turns the aircon on or fucking goes into his closet to, that's the times stand-up counts. But the fact is, I didn't stand up at all during this whole stream, during the whole fucking podcast. So I'm not going to tick it. And to be fair, it's not as if it's the one thing that's going to die as a fucking full card. We're denied like one more column of a bingo, which is a bit of a shame, but because obviously it would have been the fucking 4th column down. I'm sorry, guys, but I mean, I've always thought it's a bit too easy. Snort is the only free space. Snort should be the only guaranteed thing to happen. After Massive Cup saying he's had free, yeah. But, boo this man. Anyone that boos me, I'll just hit them on a...
Shut the fuck up!
I've got a lot of soundboard of you guys, so I can give me the squeeze. I'll just hit you with a whole bunch of soundboard things. I'm telling you now to shut the fuck up. Ah, Christ, man. I was saying boo. I mean, look, it won't count for anything because I'm not going to get the full card, but there you go. He wanted to stand as he rocks back and forwards. There. Bill's coming back now.
What are you guys doing here? The camera's been on? The whole time? Okay. I actually have a lot more to talk about. I was actually checking my emails. I forgot I had a couple other topics to talk about today. That I just didn't get to on the pre-stream. I mean, what are you going to do? You have how long is the podcast going to be? 4 hours? I don't play a game. Like, I seriously had a ton more to talk about. There's someone who made a remix of a song, and I finally got to see some of it. I laughed my fucking ass off because I had never seen the subject matter before, and I saw it for the first time, and I was like, holy shit, that's hilarious. So there's that, and like I said, there's a whole discussion about equipment upgrading and how that's going to go about, because there's a few things going on with that right now that's interesting, and it's not exactly what you guys think. Why am I not hearing any audio? Oh, now I hear it. The volume must be really low. So there's a few different things going on, and I just didn't have time to cover it all. We'll talk about it probably starting tomorrow, okay? It's a good thing. Oh, look. Speaking of the Microsoft reward system and how now Sony has one, here you go. 2 quests completed, 6 rewards earned. Yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah. Money, money.
Thank you, Distracted Gaming, for the sub. Now guys, I've given you stands up and I've given you as what it is. These things did not really happen properly, in my opinion. But because he's no way in hell he's going to say Patreon within the next, like, fucking 2 minutes, it means it's not going to really matter much. Yeah, so that's just the way it is. I mean, I'm so confident that Phil's not going to mention Patreon randomly at the blue that I think it's inconsequential that I fucking tick stands up, and that is what it is. I'm just doing it to appease the masses out there. Well, if he does, then I'll worry about it later. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
So according to this, I have 13,000 points. Like, look at this. Complete daily quests. Unlock 3 achievements. Play 3 different Game Pass games. Play Final Fantasy 13. I guess there's specific ones that you do and you earn points for, right? There's weekly, and then there's, like, monthly. See that? Holy crap. Complete 22 daily and 12 weekly quests. The Evil Within kills 7 enemies. Just boot the game, kill the 7 enemies, close the game. So I'm sure there's people who do this, right? There's people who actively try to do this every week. In fact, I bet there's content creators who do it. Like, they cover it. They're like, oh, look, here's the new Microsoft Challenge stuff. Let's do it. And they download the games, play them for 5 minutes each, do the things, and close them. Probably, right? Interesting. So I wonder if you maximize your points in a month, how many you can get, like probably like 1,500 or something like that, which is the equivalent of like $1. You probably earn $1 a month. Because I think I have 13,000 and someone was like, oh, you could redeem that for like $10. So if you're earning like 1,500 a month, you're earning like $1 a month. Nice. All right, anyway, smart glass. Who wants to boot this up on their smart glass? Will I be getting liquid metal cooling for a new PC rig? Yes, actually, I'm going to have them melt down the T1000 and squirt him into the pipes. He's going to personally be cooling my rig. So it's going to be pretty unique. So I now see my camera's too big. See this? I think, is that better now? There we go. I think that's better now. Does it fit? Okay. Continue. You can earn more than $1 a month. Was it like $1.50? Oh, okay. All right. Oh, my neck. Oh, fucking what the hell is this? Guys, we joined Action in Progress. I booted the game up, and the moment I booted it up, I'm being chased. What the hell? Yo, oh my god. I don't remember how to play. I'm getting chased by assholes. What is it?
I think he's recording. I think we got a little sneaky recording there. Like, did he hit the record button? Let's look.
You can earn more than $1 a month. It was like $1.50? Oh, okay. Alright. Oh, my neck. Oh, fucking what the hell is this?
I'm not sure he's recording yet.
Guys, we joined Action in Progress. I booted the game up, and the moment I booted it up, I'm being chased.
I feel like
what the hell? Yo, oh my god. I don't remember how to play. I'm getting chased by assholes. What is going on here?
I want us to be confirmed.
Who do I fight? I can't... Fuck. I can't even see... Here. I immediately got attacked. I didn't even do anything. You're really getting fucked up. Flourish. I don't have one. This is my new weapon that I found. So someone yelled at me. They said you should always be holding down RT. Is it RT? They're saying there's something that absorbs more stuff on the ground, and I haven't been using it.
Okay, he's usually definitely fucking playing the game, and somebody just tipped him $30 there, so he's already got a gun of glasses. this is going to be a good wee night for Phil, looks like. But in terms of the bingo, I'm sorry guys, but we're one short. Well, technically we're 3 short, but you guys really wanted me to tick stands up, and it is what it is, so it is what it is, and I ticked those things, because I was quite confident Phil was not going to say Patreon. Patreon's actually a new addition. Let's go fucking full screen for this shit. Let's go back to the bingo card. And let's do some evaluating of things that maybe we need to remove. Patreon's a new addition. People voted for it to be included because people thought it was going to get mentioned. And to be honest, I was not really in favour of it, but the majority of people wanted it, so I included it. Should we remove it now, do you think? We'll just go to chat very quickly. Yay or nay for Patreon getting yeeted? I don't think he's Shills. He actually mentioned Shills. I removed Shills before, but it's weird for Phil to say he's not a shill randomly. People want to remove him. No welcome guys into his vid. How rude, Phil. Yeah, he fucking just did it out of nowhere, just suddenly. I think he's trying to make it streamlined and seamless as possible. I think as soon as the game loaded up, I just hit record without even saying it's a new part. So yeah, people are saying yeet to Patreon, so it's gone. Patreon is gone. So the most recent things that we added were things like I'm Being Told, Pause It, Would Be Great, See What Happens, Wow, Life, Big Sigh. The Big Sigh. I don't actually like Big Sigh, I'm getting rid of that. Big Sigh is reserved for like begging videos. It doesn't actually have Big Sigh a huge amount of times during the fucking, you know, podcasts, I think, so I'm getting rid of Big Sigh. Upgrade, Pigxplain. What I mean by that is unique, wrong, family. Basically, family is the new term for whenever he talks about his family. It could be his parents, it could be Jasper, it could be cats, it could be a cousin, it could be an uncle or an aunt. Whenever any sort of family is mentioned, we've got one whole single category now, so it's not just a separate thing for like my wife and cat or Jasper or parents, you know. It's just all covered by one thing, which is just family. Then you've got me, re mode, and siege mode, him saying project, him yawning, which is a good one because he has been yawning quite a bit lately, especially towards the end of the fucking podcasts. And finally that kind of creepy whisper he does sometimes, so... yeah, so that's the bingo card. Are people happy with this card going into it tomorrow? People literally was a good one. Yeah, literally, we're going to add literally. Literally is in there for the next time we play is an option to be in the card. What about style? That weird way to describe stuff. Yeah, it could be something. I wonder how. Blank style. I think that's a good way of doing it. A blank style. Do you have a stupid soundbox in there? Yes, I do. It should be on like the 3rd row, 4th row. Yeah, the 4th row. The first one in the 4th row of his list. Soundboard. It doesn't even show for him so much on last show. I'm just kind of reading the comments, guys. Anything else you think can be removed or added, essentially, for we'll play tomorrow? We're going to play tomorrow as usual, guys. And yeah, yeah, I just put soundboard. It's technically a sound box. I'm actually going to rename it to soundbox because that's what Phil uses. What I've got is a soundboard, you know, like with fucking all these shit, you know, like I've got like a. I'll just play them all very quick.
Bruh. Phil, you make me angry, Phil.
Gotcha, bitch.
Shut the fuck.
Go back to Supercuts and get your $5 back, jabroni.
Oh no.
Shut up, bitch.
Shut the fuck up, you cunt.
Well, it's no wonder you don't have any friends.
Shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty.
Man, I got a soundboard for all those things, and I've been looking into getting some more, you know what I mean? And I do try and limit the soundboard usage, you know, because I don't want to overly do it, you know. But yeah, I'll probably expand on that a wee bit. That Phil, you make me angry. That's a John quote. Phil, you make me angry, Phil. Yeah, that's my soundboard. But I don't have a huge amount of things, and I could add to it, you know. But every time I try and add to it, I can never think of things that will fit good and properly, you know. I kind of like the most recent addition is that kind of no friends one. It's like Shrek going, "There's no wonder you don't have any friends." Yeah, but Soundbox is more accurate for what Phil has, so I'm glad we renamed that to Soundbox because that's what he uses. Every time Phil starts acting extra dumb, I can hear John turn my head. Yep. But yeah, that's the whole list we've got, guys. So this is the list going into tomorrow. So even before we can't know what to expect tomorrow. So maybe the word of the day tomorrow, as a suggestion, could be upgrade. He's planning to talk about his PC and the potential new PC. So upgrade might be a good word to use for our next bingo card. Just a suggestion. I'm not saying you have to, whoever picks it, whatever. But upgrade could be a good shout. That's all I'm going to say. Because he's likely going to talk about wanting the new PC and wanting to get a new one. It's likely to come up. Or even things like a Unique or saying Project or something. I don't know. But if we're happy with the bingo terms, not shit, I can kind of wrap things up here. Before we wrap things up, anybody mind if I play some more Pixar animations? I feel like we should always end on like contributions. That sounded wrong. I don't mean me getting anything. I mean literally the song is called Contributions. that's what I mean. We should end on a song. Contributions. I can understand how fucking greedy that just sounded all of a sudden, but no. Right. We're gonna have to wrap things up once more. Notorious P.I.G. Contributions, animated by Pixar Animations. And it's one of my favourites. A lot of you people dig it as well. So let us all enjoy this as we wrap things up. 720p, make sure it's on the highest setting. And we will enjoy this and then we'll call it quits for tonight. So thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it all. Appreciate all the support and people coming here to check out the stream and keep me right. And we almost got a full card. It was a very strong card. We're unlucky. But I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully, for some more bingo, and maybe we'll get a full card next time, who knows. So, have a good evening, catch us all later, and enjoy some contributions by the Notorious P.I.G. And see you all tomorrow. Peace out.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, "I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower?" When you're showered in money. When you go outside, and all of a sudden, greenbacks start falling from the sky, and you raise your face up. You're like, oh, you start dancing. You go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. just gone like that in an instant, fucking gone.